Elder Dragon and their base at the same time. Which is not a high percentage play, as it turns out. And then we want to find some music that hopefully won't get us banned. That's really the whole goal. I've just been using champion select music because I think that that's fine.
Yeah, I would assume so.
MSI 2016, here we go. Alright, game one. Let's see what we've got.
Queuing it up.
I wonder if MG stands for anything.
I'd assume it would, but
Alright,
I'm getting loaded.
this one, we're on the blue
Almost
side.
there.
Monkey Gamers, that's rude.
There it is. We figured it out.
MGB. Akeda just sent me. Dardock Grid and Acadian died so Speaka could be made with their energy. When you reroll 3 legendary skins to get an ultimate skin. That's pretty good.
Alright, I'm queued up and ready to go.
Same, we'll give everybody just a couple minutes to file in here.
No worries.
This is some pretty pumpin' Champs-like music. I like this one. MSI 2016 did a good job.
There you go.
It's got like some dragon noises in it, which is kind of weird. I'm still quiet. I don't know that I can do anything about that. Other than like talk louder, which will bother my wife. But
Can you pump your mic on the balancing in OBS?
I can't turn myself up any further, but I can turn everything else down. Oh, better now. I just moved it closer to my face, I'm gonna be honest, and then I started talking more directly at it. Okay. If it's fine, then I won't worry about it. Alright, I've got everything ready, I think, if you're ready.
Okay, one sec. Let's switch my screen over. Alright, I'm good to go.
Okay, then hello, this is a proper intro. Welcome to the RotM review, RotM replay. I don't remember what we're calling it. It says RotM replay on my screen, so I guess that's what we're going with. My name's Meristomatic, as usual. Today I'm going to be joined by Captain of the Diamond Team, Liposuction Lane.
What's up?
Big question, which lane is the Liposuction one?
Top lane, obviously.
Okay, well.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
That sounds good to me. Our first game today is going to be Return the Middlesticks Platinum taking on MG Blaze. We don't know what MG stands for. We might find out during the stream. Maybe we'll figure it out through self-reflection. Um, that was apparently a bad joke. My wife didn't like that one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so let's just get into it if you're ready.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Um, Spawning on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 1, it's going to be Return of the Middlesticks Platinum. Vbon in the top lane playing Gnar, Aikedo in the jungle on Kayn, X-Craze in mid on Syndra, and Wing Nation filling in the bottom lane along with Black Salt. They're playing Varus and Tahm Kench.
And then for MG Blaze in top lane, we have SG on Volibear. We've got Virgin Levi on the Graves in the jungle. We've got Virgin XBKP on Orianna in mid lane. And then we've got the bot lane combo of the Caitlyn Morgana, played by MG Conceal and Dara Lever. I really butchered that last name.
Yeah, so I think it's French, which should be De Rallier, or De Rallier. But that's a lot to say, so we might just call him Derail and
I'll just
call it
call
a
him
day.
Dara or something. That'll be great.
Yeah, so we have Wing Nation filling in on the Varus, has the Arcane Comet as well as the Corrupting Potion, so pretty obviously going to be headed for some lethality poke Varus, which I think is the more predominant strategy right now.
Yeah, it's definitely the stronger build. I think you only don't go poke if they have like triple tank, but I think here it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, other than that, some kind of weird notes, I guess, is Vbon on the Gnar, which I think might be his first non-Ornn, non-Shen game of the split in this week 6. I also was slipped the draft covertly, and Shen wasn't banned, so this is actually just a choice. Gnar got banned, or not Gnar got banned. Gnar got buffed this patch, which, you know, maybe it's the good matchup into Volibear. We haven't seen a whole lot that's actually good into it.
Yeah,
At least in pro
I
play.
have heard that it is a counter matchup, and especially with the buffs, it's going to be pretty hard to ever get on the Gnar if you just save jump. So I think it can be a good matchup for sure.
Yeah, now if you jump, you get that extra hyper attack speed. I guess it's not hyper attack speed; it's just regular attack speed. But...
Well, 20% buff definitely makes it feel like hyper attack speed.
Yeah. So this is after. This is on the most recent patch, so on live. So this is nerfed Syndra in mid lane for X-Craze. I believe that's the only changes to these characters, the Gnar buff and the Syndra nerf.
And it was a huge Syndra nerf. They did add some mana on her Q. We're going to see a gank the mid lane.
Yeah, Levi and BKP gonna try to get aggressive. They pop the Ghost off of X-Craze, which Ghost is kind of an interesting summoner spell. And actually has the phase rush as well, so a lot of safety for X-Craze as opposed to some of the more aggressive choices that we'll sometimes see.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot more mid laners going for that Ghost in the mid lane. It kind of gives you almost like a second flash, because a lot of mid ganks, you don't really need flash to get out of most of the time. If you pop that Ghost because you get the move speed instantly now, you can just move along.
Yeah, and V's getting pretty aggressive here, actually chunking out SG. Are we going to go with SG degree sign, or SG zero?
I'll say SG degree.
SG degree?
Rhymes well.
Okay. Regardless, he had to flash.
You gotta have the name synergy. I feel like SG degree makes more sense than the SG zero.
Gotta get the internal name synergy. Aikedo's hovering around topside now, gonna go in. He gets the hyper proc, gets the damage, and it's first blood for Aikedo on Kayn.
And that is just really responsive there from Aikedo. God dang it. I'm gonna get his name right, because last time I asked him. And I'm gonna stop baiting Maris into saying it wrong as well.
But it's good to see him get off already a Dark Harvest stack, already the gank. Has the Dark Harvest stack, which I guess we also haven't noted. That means probably Shadow Assassin this game.
Yeah, and since he's already picked up one Dark Harvest proc off that top lane kill, so definitely what you want to see.
Yep. Meanwhile, bottom side, Caitlyn Morgana getting the shove in, which you'd expect, getting a little CS lead, which you'd also expect, but Wing Nation and Black Salt just going to hang in there for now, and hopefully pick up enough of this CS now that it's crashing. They can almost even it up, actually. There's quite a few CS just available for them.
Yeah, and I do like the decision by Return of the Metal Sticks here to go for that Tom Kench. You know you're going to be in an oppressive lane, but if you pick Tom Kench and your ADC happens to get hit by Binding, you really negate the combo. You're still going to get shoved in because you're just going to be outmatched as far as range and stuff like that, but it kind of negates some of that kill threat that MG Blaze tried to draft for themselves.
Yeah, and Conceal and Dayryer, I think. I don't know if I want to pronounce it correctly or not. Too many years of French, but...
I didn't take any French, so I'm going to defer to you on that one. I'll probably just call him Dara, because it's easy for me.
Derail, you know, still going to get that poke in and try to be aggressive in this lane. A lot of draft priority going into there. The 6 hit by X-Craze just goes ahead and throws the Unleashed Power into BKP. And, you know, he's not looking super healthy after that, but he's going to hit 6. He's got a couple of Corrupting Potion stacks left. It's not the worst spot in the world for Orianna after tanking that ult to the face.
Yeah, and X-Craze with very little mana here doesn't have much left to do here. Should probably just look to reset since Wave's pushing back.
Yeah, he's sitting at 876, which is just a super odd amount to try to back with. Like,
yeah,
you really want to be greedy and just wait for that full loss chapter, but at the same time, I don't know that you can afford to because you're going to start giving up objectives, which Levi and the bot lane are going to head toward the Cloud Dragon for the first one of the game.
Yeah, this is just really heads up here by MG Blaze, recognizing that mid lane can't respond and bot lane just backed, so that's just going to be a free dragon for them.
Yeah, I don't know about MG Blaze. So, I don't know how old school you are on your professional League of Legends scene. But we can hit the Wayback Machine very briefly and talk about the team MIG Blaze. They turned into CJ Blaze.
Okay.
They, you know, won a bunch of tournaments, were pretty predominant at the Season 2 World Championship. But their first sponsor was just called MIG. They were MIG Blaze. And I always just want to add that I in there for them to be MIG Blaze. But then their sister team was MIG Frost. And the Diamond team is not Frost. They're Eclipse for some reason.
Well, missed opportunity there from the organization for sure.
But yeah, Blaze was like Cloud Templar and God, they had Flame for a while. They had a bunch of like really old school Korean players. They had Captain Jack. That was the other big one. And then Frost was Woong and Rapid Star, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I started playing like right before the map changed to what it looks like now.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm showing my age then. I've already done it twice today. I was talking with Aikedo earlier. The first champion that was released for me was Volibear when I started playing. Vibon forced to flash though. Virgin Levi hits him with the collateral damage, and they'll take that kill in the top lane, getting a little bit too aggressive into SG, and he does pay for it there.
Yeah, I thought Vibon might be able to play around the minions, but then the Graves ult just came out and finished the rest of his health bar there. Nice heads-up play. Levi just knowing he could flash it and get that, playing that really well.
Yeah, and I really like that, talking about the patience, just holding onto the ult to make sure that he had that for the last chunk of damage, and there's nothing Vibon could do to avoid that. So 1-1, a small lead right now for Return of the Middle Sticks. We still like where they're at overall, though, especially with Aikedo getting first blood and still being ahead of Graves and Farm.
Yeah, and this bot lane that should be losing is even in Farm, so got to feel pretty good about that.
Not even, they're a little ahead because of the 12 on Tom Kench as well.
Yep, and you've got a wave pushing in, so assuming they can get that CS, they're definitely at an advantage.
Yeah, they're going to flash forward, hit the Chain of Corruption before the Black Shield. Conceal is gone. He'll get corrupted up as well. Derail trying to get away, gets popped, and Aikedo takes home a kill along with Wing Nation in the mid lane, though. X-Craze throws that Unleashed Power in, hits the slow onto BKP, and just gets some happy feet, I guess, out of Orianna. Just a little trade. Ori still has the Shockwave available, importantly.
Yeah, and that's so big for Aikedo there. Because he gets not only a kill and an assist, but he also gets closer to his form, and they're going
Oh,
to be
stun
attacking the
lands
mid lane.
going in onto XBKP, and the ultimate from Kane will take home that kill. He's got 3 now. Levi just hanging around the side, hits him with the smoke screen, and that smoke screen can be a big tool for them later on in the game, but right now it's just gonna help chase off Aikedo and X-Craze.
Just some really efficient pathing there from Aikedo. Just completes that gank on the bot side, goes up, grabs a camp, and then just goes right into mid for an easy kill.
That's annoying. Did they have a ward in there? That looked kind of blind.
I think it was blind.
Huh. I guess he was looking for the chickens maybe and just... Oh, well, hit Kane, I guess.
Odd to just throw your Q randomly while you're walking into the jungle. Maybe they had some way of knowing, or just a guess. It's odd.
Well, Vbon just trying to head back to top lane, going to get collapsed on a little bit here by Levi and SG. They'll flash in the ult. The shockwave actually is going to take the kill. There's a lot of bouncing around, so it was a little bit unclear there for a second. Derail chunked out by the piercing arrow, and now Levi taking a little bit of damage for his trouble as well on the way out of their jungle. They can't extend and get a whole lot extra out of it. They just get the kill onto Vbon, and X-Craze might find an extra. He will find an extra. I don't know why you would back there.
No, I don't know why you wouldn't just choose to walk around or have your teammates walk with you.
Or you have E to go over that wall. Like
There's
just
so many, so many ways to avoid that. But an easy kill there for X-Craze, gets to press the R button. Didn't even have to outplay him there.
we've done nothing, and we're all out of ideas, sir. All right, well.
Yeah. One thing I do want to discuss is MG Blaze's draft with the Ori Volibear combo. I think this could be really good, especially later if you are sieging down towers. Because of Volley's ultimate, you can jump in with the Orianna ball and clump everyone up while the tower is disengaged. So we'll look to see if they're able to utilize that later in the game, but I think it's a really strong combo.
Yeah, and even with Derailer as well, you can look for, you know, the Soul Shackle into the Ori and the Volibear. Like, there's a couple of opportunities they have for the Orianna, but they're not as... It's not as normal a delivery system, I guess, as usual, but the Volibear, if he can get going and be tanky, would be a good option.
Yeah.
More trade in the mid lane now. You can start to see that damage coming through from X-Craze now that he has the last chapter finished?
Last chapter.
Lost chapter. Okay. Last chapter's the Yumi ult. What is happening? Why is the directed camera doing this to me? Ultimate coming down onto Conceal. Akaino's on a rampage. They're still continuing the dive a little bit onto Derailer. Oh, the collateral damage just pops through. Black Salt goes ahead and eats up Aikedo, but the Shockwave comes through as well. It's going to be 3 kills cleaned up for MG Blaze after a good dive.
Yeah, Return to the Middle Six there, getting a kill, but MG Blaze just making a good collective effort there to make sure that their ADC did not die in vain, and picks up 3 kills there.
Vbon, oh yeah, Volibear's unstoppable, by the way, when he's he's jumping in. So that was kind of awkward. BKP actually picks up a kill in mid, and now Vbon's forced to run away. He'll get successfully away from SG Degree. Has to be a little careful about the lightning, though.
That was almost a full team ace there for Return to the Middle Six. Mid lane dies, and then, oh!
Well, so does top lane, but Aikeido's here. He's Shadow Assassin. He finds Levi, hits him with the Q, hits him with the W as well, and follows up. He's 5-1 now on the K, now diving in onto SG0. Doesn't have the ultimate, just trying to kite out through the turret, but he's not going to be able to. Yeah, still trades it.
Nice. And did I hear a Dark Harvest proc there as well?
Oh, probably. Let's see how many he's got right now.
Yeah.
I can't click on him because he's dead. Never mind. Well, we'll hold on another couple of seconds and then we'll find out. That's really weird. You can't click on people while they're dead.
Good old spectate.
Sorry about the camera. I guess I bumped my mouse and it just thought I wanted to watch that minion during the dive.
I have to say, it's pretty weird to see SG Degree going for what looks like a Thornmail start. Or maybe he's just got the Bramble and is now going
I
for
think it's
the Glade.
Bramble then Frozen Heart.
Oof. You're not gonna have a lot of health to deal with anything. Like, yeah, you slow the attack speed of the Gnar, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Brambles on Volibear, which is kind of weird. I don't know exactly why it's been a popular second item.
I think the Bramble's fine when you're in a matchup
Yeah.
like this where you're gonna be attacked a lot from
Ye-
auto attacks.
Yeah, no issue with the Ninja Tabby Bramble. I don't know about the follow-up, though.
Yeah. Frozen
Anyway,
Heart.
Aikato's here. He's just going to smite down BKP, avoids
Ooh.
the shockwave. Oh, doesn't quite get the kill, though. Forces
Ludens
X-Craze
proc?
to use the ult, but
I think that was Ludens. I think he ult?
no, he used
Crazy?
Unleashed Power. Yeah, the whole Syndra ult just followed him in after the kill.
Alright.
Now Levi, just hanging out. Aikato flies through the wall at him for no particular reason. Just saying hi, getting pressure on that turret. They're leaving Conceal by himself. This is Derailer coming up to try to save the mid tower, and it is going to save it for the time being. It doesn't have a whole lot of health. X-Craze is going to fall to Levi. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, yeah, you left your Caitlyn by yourself. I don't know how that happened, but Wing just went through it. Looks like a flash ult and just killed Caitlyn.
Yeah. Flash and ult down. Definitely appears to be that way, and when you don't have the Morgana Black Shield there to protect you from the engage from the Varus, makes it pretty easy to just 2v1.
X-Craze says he ulted the Graves next to the Orianna, so the Ludens would kill Ori.
Okay, that's what I thought happened, but it was 5-head play there from X-Craze to get the Ludens proc. I have to say, Return to the Middle Sticks hasn't done a lot lane by lane, but Aikato has just been all over the map, kind of the one driving force for Return to the Middle Sticks here in this early game.
Yeah, meanwhile, quietly, the Wing Nation is super far ahead of Conceal down there. He's got 2 items finished up compared to BF's Sword and Pickaxe. So the Varus is going to be a huge issue as well headed into the mid-game.
Hardy chunking pretty hard on those 2 lethality items.
Derailer, oh.
One more arrow and you're gone.
Yeah, if
3
he
strikes you're out policy right there.
If he's got the W, that's just enough. He's hanging out over the wall. Oh, he hits him, not quite the kill. Aikato's going to benefit from that, though. He just finishes off one, jumps inside a Levi. Has to jump out, though. We'll see if it can actually get finished off. That was closer than I thought it would be, but it's the double kill for Aikato at the end of the day. SG now getting aggressive, finally showing V-Bon, who's Voss just a little bit. It's weird, in those quick trades we're seeing Gnar get really far ahead in health count, but then as soon as SG is able to get in range, all of that just turns on its head super quickly.
Yeah, and that's kind of the matchup in a nutshell. It's if you don't have a way to get away from Volibear, you're not going to be feeling very good, but I think as long as you're able to save that jump.
Yeah, he jumps to avoid the E, but that extra ult just gives him so much health, and he'll rip through the Gnar, the solo kill for SG.
Yeah, just not a great matchup so far for Vibon, having a rough game, already 0-4, and this Volibear is just going to get more tanky, and not really building health to help the Gnar out with his W, so maybe that's kind of the thought now, and now with some attack speed slow, we'll see. I don't think that matchup's going to get any easier for Vibon.
Yeah, he's just super itemized for this 1v1, though, and I mean, I guess he's getting slightly tankier against the Kayn and the Varus. This is a dead Orianna. Oh, it should be a dead Orianna. No. Never mind, that was really well played. The Black Shield plus the Stopwatch are enough for BKP to help turn that around.
Yeah, that's actually a big shutdown onto BKP. Able to pick up a lot of gold and secret, kind of quietly, this Orianna already 5-2, and it's going to be building towards that Zhonya's, so pretty strong here.
Yeah, now starting up Rift Herald Derailer.
Ooh.
Oh, the Stopwatch gonna save him from the Syndra ult, but he'll get killed as a result anyway. SG jumps in, getting some stuns down. Levi's trying to go for the flank, hits the end of the line. Non to nobody, actually. Wing Nation still healthy on the backside of this fight. Vbon helps turn this, jumps in as Mega Gnar, throws him back into the wall. The double kill for Vbon, and Winged will clean up another. That'll be the Rift Herald going the way of Return to the Middle Sticks as well. Just a really nicely played fight by this 4-man squad.
Yeah, they played that really slow and re-engaged once the Gnar went Mega, and Vibon landing just a huge ultimate to finish off some kills.
Jesus Christ.
Goodbye. Yeah, and I want to talk about a little bit about Return to the Middle Six comp here. With the Varus getting ahead and also the Kayn in the Assassin form, you're able to just play these fights kind of slow, let Varus poke them out, and then Ikedo can just go in to finish up at the end of this.
Wait, Winged ADC, what I miss? You missed the first 20 minutes of this game. Welcome to it. That's flame. That's bad. But yeah, I really like the way they played that fight. That was really good by them. And basically a cross-map ace. They'll get the top lane turret as well. And now, it's been close for a while. MG Blaze has been hanging in, but now it's a 5,000 gold lead. And now it's going to be tough times for MG.
Yeah, just some rogue team fights that Return of the Middle Six was able to pull out and pull a lead out from. And now they've gotten first tower in every lane. They're going to have a lot more room for this.
Oh, X-Gray's looking for Levi. Able to flash away from the shockwave, getting autoed down, dodges the collateral damage. Ikedo's hanging out just over the wall. He's able to escape that situation. He thought he was the hunter, but instead was almost the prey.
Yeah, the flash ghost expended there, but the move speed is just too much for MG Blaze to track down that kill and is able to dodge the Graves ult that might have finished him off.
So if you are MG Blaze, do you have to try to look for this big, like, Volibear Orianna Wombo combo? Is that the only option you have right now?
It's not the only option, but you're definitely not looking to team fight, and especially not do long team fight, because this Varus is just so strong, he will poke you out. And you just want to look to maybe go on the Gnar in a side lane or something like that. I think it's pretty hard for the combo of this Volley Ori to work unless you're playing from ahead, because you want Return of the Middle Six to be grouped up, and they're just not going to be as grouped unless they're under a tower defending it.
Alright, so then another corollary question. 50 seconds on this Infernal Dragon. Do you need this one, or do you give this one and fight over Infernal Soul? Do you risk the game pretty much ending in 6 minutes, because you get Infernal Soul on Poke Varus and Syndra, and that's, yeah.
Yeah, I think you want to play it depending on your itemization that's coming through. Caitlyn's really weak only on one item. Maybe you just kind of hope that you can pull it out, but right now I think Return of the Middle Six is probably in too strong of a position to really contest this. What you might look to do is fight before the dragon. Maybe you can get a pick or something that gives you an advantage, but I don't think you can walk in a team fight.
Yeah, Ikedo looking for something, finds some damage down. He gets chunked out by the Graves Derailer, forced to Zanya's as well. Conceal actually takes down Ikedo, but the bop from the W from X-Craze is enough. And now some poke should be just layering through. Wing Nation steps on a trap, but we'll see how these piercing arrows, if they're able to connect. We're not focusing on them, so we're not going to see any deaths immediately. Volibear's hanging out around the side. It's 4v4 on the map right now. No jungler for Return of the Middle Sticks as they head toward this dragon.
And I actually like what Return of the Middle Six is doing here, just trying to find someone out instead of going for the dragon, but aren't able to find anyone right now.
Yeah, they chunked through Levi, though, on his wolf camp, and that might be enough. If they see him recall, they should know that they could take the dragon, or they just wait for Ikedo to respawn, which he's respawned now. He's got mobility boots. He's a pretty fast boy.
Very fast on the Shadow Assassin form, so they're just going to start it up here. Levi is coming, but it's not going to be supported by his team,
Oh,
so
no.
I think this is just a free dragon.
He failed his quick draw over the wall. I saw it on the mini-map. But yeah, now he gets stunned up by X-Craze. Uses the collateral damage to try to escape, but the damage from X-Craze, that's his 5th kill of the game. And now Ikedo will punish Conceal for thinking he can play AD carry in the current year. He's not dead. He's got a lot of defensive tools, but forces the heal out and the black shield as well.
Yeah, and we're seeing kind of the power of this Guardian rune that has really jumped to the forefront of supports. If you're near your AD carry when Assassin jumps on him, they're really protected from a lot of damage there.
Yeah, Vbon goes ahead and gets that Demolish proc on the turret. It's not super low, but still helps continue this pressure. He's got teleport up. You've got a huge, strong 4-man core. You can bait Baron for a while if you're Return to the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the good thing about their comp, they don't do it very fast, but if MG Blaze decides to come contest, you can poke them out with the things like the Syndra and the Varus.
Yeah, Vbon playing it slow, though, kind of just holding up this wave. It's not the full freeze. We're not in the Church of LS here, but as the freeze going down, actually, Akedo's going to go down and just take this farm from him. I guess they're wondering if the Volley Bear was here to contest and he was trying to sneak it. I'm not really sure.
Maybe he just needed a little bit extra gold for an item. Yep, looks like he needed it for his LDR there, so.
He gave me cannon for item. That's teammate. What a pal. Giving up 96 gold for your jungler.
I know that feeling of giving your everything to your jungler.
Does Tendies
That's a
demand
Tendies
it from you,
special right
or is
there.
that like a... Oh, we're not gonna get to talk about it. BKP gets snared up by the Varus. Akedo jumps in. He's actually still relatively healthy. This might be a little bit dangerous to engage. Teleport comes in from SG as he's headed around the flank. Levi just layering through some auto attacks. Black Salt's here to save Akedo, but the flank from X-Crazy gets a stun down onto Derailer. Derailer forced to Zanya's as well. This is a really split up fight. Vibon and SG are both fighting. Akedo gets in. He's not quite able to assassinate. It's a double kill for Levi. Wing Nation just trying to kite back. Hits the slow, hits the piercing arrow, but the jump forward, he gets destroyed by SG. But now Vbon and Black Salt trying to fight off, doesn't hit. Oh, just misses all the abilities. Vbon just a little bit wide on the rock and on the gnarl.
Yeah, just sweating a little too hard there and didn't find the skill shots they needed to finish that. But that was a really odd fight. Just kind of people everywhere, people split up, and Return to the Middle Sticks isn't able to turn it out, and MJ Blaze picks up some much needed kills to get back in this game.
Yeah, the big thing I think is just the defensive tools that they have available against this Kayn. The Kayn's super far ahead, but we've seen both Conceal and BKP be able to survive that full burst thanks to the Command Protect, thanks to the Guardian that you mentioned, thanks to the Black Shield, the Summoner Heal. Like, there's so many defensive tools available, and they're using them all pretty well. Now the double Zanyas as well, and it's going to get harder and harder for Akedo to find good targets in these fights.
Yeah,
but if he gets rolling...
If
and he
Return to the
resets
Middle
his
Sticks can
passive.
play these a little slower, and let the Varus whittle people down before Akedo goes in to finish off kills, I think it'll be a lot more successful for Return to the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, and as I was saying, in these fights, if Akedo can start resetting his passive damage on this Shadow Assassin Kayn, that's just a disgusting burst that he can start putting through one person at a time. But we haven't seen it in a big fight. The gold lead's kind of stagnated. We're still sitting at 5,000 now at 28 minutes.
Yeah, but the big thing that's coming up is the Dragon advantage. 1 minute till this soul point attempt for Return to the Middle Sticks. They're just trying to push the waves out and set up for this Dragon. I think it'll be a pretty hard point for MG Blaze to come back after this Dragon pickup.
Yeah, a little bit of damage there from Winged onto Derailer. Now we're going to set up shop, maybe looking for that pick. Akedo's zooming in here on the flank, but everybody very spread out for Return to the Middle Sticks right now. More poke landing, but not going to really phase SG at this point. Levi pokes in. Actually doesn't take any damage, able to dodge out of a lot of that. Dragon now up in 10 seconds as they shove out that bottom wave. Stun lands onto Levi. He'll get pelted through, but he's still about half health. The staying relatively topped off. Shockwave is burned. X-Craze forced to flashback out of the fight. Now here's the engage. Akedo just eliminates the Graves on one side. He'll take a second one as well. BKP gets taken down as well. It's a double kill for Wing Nation. Conceal is going to fall as well. Vbon on a killing spree, and that was the fight that Return to the Middle Sticks needed. They
Yeah,
might not
return
be
the middle.
over. V doesn't win this 1v1 right now. Yeah, he's got to disengage. All right.
Yeah, return to the middle sticks. Looked like it was a fight going pretty badly for them, but then Aikido just comes in and basically gets the double one-shot on the cane to turn the tides of the fight, and now they're going to do both objectives here.
Yeah, the Abyssal Voyage might have been the first time we've seen it used this game by Black Salt. Now Aikido going to walk in, and they'll take down the Baron after getting that Infernal Soul, and all the objectives falling the way of Return to the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, a 9k gold lead now opening up for them, and they're going to look to close this game out. They've got some really strong members here. Should just be able to siege down these towers pretty easily.
My god, you can stay at that wall forever as Shadow Assassin. Thank you for
Yeah, especially
showing
with that much speed.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Just telling us that he's everywhere while he is everywhere. I guess I can't argue with it. Anyway, Baroned up minions. Now we're setting up. Vibon has teleport up relatively soon, so he's set up separately from the team. We should see... I mean, I would imagine it's a 4-man stack, but could be a 3-man stack, I guess, with Kayn going to top lane.
Yeah, Narv split pushing down the bot lane with his teleport coming up here. Or Return to the Middle Six trying to...
well, Levi steals it with the collateral damage. I don't know that that's the best usage of Graves' ultimate, but... Yeah, Vibon takes down that bottom lane turret, Aikido. Just zipping around, forcing some pressure.
Yeah, with that move speed, can kind of just bounce between the lanes here. Waves are not...
Orianna forced to Zanya's. They're still looking for it. Aikido not able to find his mark with the Blaze Reach. Gonna get taken down by the ace in the hole. Vibon just chunking through the tower, actually. Turret in mid lane going to fall as Vibon able to escape the Volley Bear in the bottom lane as well. And now it's getting tenuous to hold. Oh my goodness. Derailer has the Zanyas to save his life for the time being, but that just sets up the queue from X-Craze.
And that should be a free
another stun lands. Black Salt takes that kill. Inhibitor in mid going down. This Volley Bear's off in no man's land right now. We'll see if they can collapse on him as the team just kind of wanders into turret range to ruin his day. He goes unstoppable with the ultimate, but that's not going to matter. Turret goes down.
That's the classic top lane island where you're focused so hard on the 1v1 you don't really notice the enemy team wrapping in behind you. But Return to the Middle Sticks might be able to even take another tower and end the game here.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to do it. Another stun lands onto BKP. We'll see if they can clean up a couple more kills. X-Craze finishes that one off. The Chain of Corruption lands. Vibon goes in. Conceal's still alive, though. They need to just kill this. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, the trade. But they kill the Nexus for game number 1, the most important thing. And it's a 1-0 lead for Return to the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, really just strong play there from Aikido, zooming around the map in the early game to pick up some early kills. Was able to bridge the gap between the early game and the mid game, and Return to the Middle Sticks able to build off of that and take the victory.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and step aside for just a minute or two while we load up game number 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll see if RTM can close it out. That was good, though. We went through the whole game without learning any of Volibear's ability names.
Ideal.
Actually, his E, the most useless ability, is Shatter the Skies. I couldn't tell you any of the other ones, though.
I would call it useless. It's pretty strong,
from
especially early.
From a casting perspective, I need to know the Q and the R. I don't care about the E or the W.
Yeah.
So why I know only the E? Just a big mystery. I'm going to look it up. Let's talk about Volibear ability names. Okay, those are the old ones. I don't care about that. Okay. Passive, the Relentless Storm. Q, Thundering Smash. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. W is Frenzied Maul. E is Sky Splitter. Ult is Stormbringer.
His old W is Frenzy, right?
Yeah, it was just Frenzy.
Well, there you go.
Now it's
We'll
Frenzied Maul is Q. Or no, that's his W. You're
That's
right.
his W.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stormbringer. That's what I need to remember. Isn't that like a... Yeah, it's a book series. Okay. Oh, it's also the name of the 9th studio album by the English rock band Deep Purple.
Perfect. They should just play the start the album of their songs every time he ults.
Isn't it like the replacement sword for Thor in the Marvel movies?
I am not a big superhero guy, so not gonna be able to confirm that one for you. But no Volley Bear in game 2, so no worries.
No, Stormbringer's just a different Marvel character, apparently. Oh no, there it is. Thor's new weapon. Oh, it's Stormbreaker. Okay.
Thanks, Otso. I really appreciate that.
Probably like Glacial Rampage or Storm God something. Oof. Alright. Are you ready for game 2? I've delayed long enough. Oh, I need to update
for game 2.
Let me update the scoreboard. Alright.
Oh no. I made a mistake.
Did you?
Yeah, I called Otso.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a different guy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 between Return of the Middle Sticks and MG Blaze. We'll see if MG Blaze can hold on or if RTM will close it out. If you're ready, I'll go ahead and start us up.
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You can start us if you want.
All right, Return of the Middle Six on blue side again. We're gonna see Vibon in the top lane on Gnar, Aikido on Lee Sin in the jungle. We've got X-Craze on Syndra again in the mid lane, Wing Nation on the Varus, and Black Salt on Taric.
And on the red side of the map, wearing the red health bars, will be MG Blaze, SG Degree on Boris, Virgin Levi in the jungle on Fiddlesticks, Virgin X BKP on Cassiopeia in mid, and MG Conceal and D Ryur in the bottom lane playing the very popular bottom lane 200 Years Under the Sea.
And really similar comp here from Return of the Middle Sticks, just replacing the support and the jungle from last game. Worked well for them, so we'll have to see how these new additions change the team comp, if at all.
Yeah, and Aikido getting his Lee Sin. I'm excited for that one. I know he's been working on it in the training facility. I was trying to come up with something fun, but I couldn't. But he's been working on the Lee Sin, and I'm curious to see it fully unleashed and in action. Now we'll have to try to remember Fiddlestick's abilities. His ult is Crowstorm. I've got that one. But yeah, I don't know about the rest of them.
Yeah, the updated Middle Sticks abilities.
Let's look at them
I feel
while
like
we're
we
slow.
need to learn those.
Terrify is still Q. Okay, Bountiful Harvest and Reap. Okay, well, those are actually fine. I have no issue with those ability names.
Not bad.
Yeah, usually you get like a new champion or an update, and it's just like, oh, these ability names are just terrible. Like all of Kiana's are just awful. And like Aphelios is but Volibears are okay, and Fiddles are great. I have no issue with them. Hook from D Ryur to start us off in bottom lane. Stun gonna land on that Dazzle from Black Salt as they trade back, and both supports get chunked just a little bit to start off.
Yeah, pretty even trade there. I think it was a nice look from, I'm not even, Dara, to try to move up in that jungle, or into the brush and find a hook there while Return to the Middle Six was blind.
Yep, and now level 2 safely gotten for both sides, and we'll see how all of them start to match up. Vibon, this is an interesting matchup though, the Boris into Gnar matchup. It's interesting because Gnar kind of hangs out right at the range where those first two Qs from the Darkened Blade are
Hmm.
from Aatrox. Um, well, Aikido gonna come into top lane, gets a slow down, hits the Resonating Strike into the connection, and that's a clean first blood in top lane.
Yeah, SG Degree trying to dodge a lot there.
Oh, Wing Nation gets grabbed, gets ignited as well. Forced, I guess he didn't flash. I am seeing things, but it's the ignite out of Derailer.
Yeah. Back to that top lane play. Definitely SG Degree trying to dodge some stuff there, and Ikeda just standing there and just auto attacking him down to death. Um, worked out well.
Yeah, it was really nicely played by Aikido. He goes in with the Tempest and the Cripple on the E, just for that little bit of slow, makes it so that it's very difficult to miss the Q from that range, hits the point blank Q, follows it in. Just really nicely done. Very clinical Lee Sin play so far.
I always enjoy playing that matchup as Aatrox. It feels like a pretty fun skill matchup. Most of your range matchups I find really annoying, but that one's pretty enjoyable. The only thing is Gnar can jump out of your W. That makes it slightly annoying, but it's pretty easy to hit those Qs as you mentioned.
Yeah, and you don't even necessarily have to use that E. Gnar just kind of likes to hang out right at that edge of your Q range, basically, when he's auto-attacking you. So if you can land your first two Darkened Blades, you can use the dash in on your Q3, and it can be pretty good. Like, I actually like this matchup a decent amount for Boris. Usually, Gnar into melee, you're like, ah, that's Gnar favored, but this one's fine.
Definitely a pretty even skill matchup in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, Conceal has the Flamey. They're going to go in the Dazzle from Black Salt as he's able to turn around with a little bit of healing there. Q just a little bit wide there from Aikido, not able to connect. Now SG Degree and Vbon has to be careful. That tower shot's actually enough for the solo kill for the Atrox.
Yeah, and more deaths in top lane, kind of carrying over from last game. SG Degree getting the better of him to start off this game as well.
Yeah, Levi just hanging out by the dragon. That was a really weird moment. Was he like looking at dragon or just waiting for Lee Sin? Like he had the... never mind. Wing's gonna kill
Wow.
Conceal underneath the turret. He walked up a little too close there.
Pretty much just a solo kill there. I mean, I know Tarek was around, but we're going to see a gank onto the bot side.
Yeah, and he'll have that fear up. The Reap comes in. He's going to terrify away Wing Nation. The Bountiful Harvest doing quite a bit of damage, but they'll take down Derailer. Now just trying to kite this back out. The healing enough so far. Flash away into the Dazzle. He'll take down Black Salt. Winged? Does he have anything left in the tank? He needs a Q. He needs something. It's not going to be there. The double kill for Levi on the Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, and I thought Return to the Middle Six was going to be able to pull that out there, especially with Tarek just being in range and able to auto. That's usually when he's best, but the Fiddlesticks just too strong for the Return to the Middle Six bot lane.
Yeah, so Levi with 2 kills early, even before having Crowstorm available, means that he's well on his way toward the Runic Echoes and could be a real menace in this game.
Yeah, and on the flip side, we've got Wing Nation with 2 kills, kind of starting where he left off in last game, picking up a pretty big lead over his counterpart.
Yeah, and we saw him use it to pretty good ability, using like getting a lot of poke down, especially in the late stages of the game, and really want to see him continue that performance, especially against such a powerful combo like Aphelios Nautilus.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want to shut down Aphelios in the early game. If he gets going, it's pretty much doomed.
Yeah, kind of interesting, X-Craze, we haven't really talked about mid lane, but X-Craze has the Electrocute this time, so a little bit more power than he had last game against the Cassiopeia, but does have the Cleanse rather than the Ghost this time.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to bully her, I think, a little bit more because your range is slightly longer than Cassiopeia, who's a little bit more short-ranged. So I think taking the greedier...
Ooh, Vibon got knocked out of his jump and now forced to kite away. Needs that hyper proc, but the ultimate, the World Ender from SG0, just trying to get that down. He needs a Darkened Blade, needs something, and it's going to be the flash out of V to stay alive.
Yeah, Vibon's just able to barely get away there, and in response, Return of Mill 6 is gonna take away a Drake.
Yeah, so the Earth Dragon does go their way. I don't know that it's really in response. They didn't see the jungler. They just kind of had bot prio, I guess. Now Levi's here. The hook lands. He's going to channel Crow Storm. Wing Nation getting feared, getting taken down, and so will Black Salt as well. Another double kill for Levi off of that Crow Storm. 4-0
Yeah, and
now
now
on the
that
Fiddle.
yeah, 4-0 just kind of showing the strength of this pick, why it's so contested. Is able to just get in there and really easy double kill for himself.
Yeah, and it's really nice with the bot lane having so much crowd control to start off everything. You can layer that into the Crow Storm really nicely rather than trying to create things as the Fiddle. It's a good combo.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of farm lost for this Varus. They're going to also pick up 2 plates onto the Aphelios, so definitely needed to get back into a fighting position for MG Conceal.
Yep, and now headed back home. Does he actually have enough? He does for a BF sword, so he'll be feeling pretty good. They'll get the stun down onto Derailer. Wing just walking forward. They have the Taric ult available if they need it or if they want to dive. Wing just layering in some autos, but he has to be careful. The kick flash from Aiketo onto the Aatrox. Jump forward from Gnar. Hits the stun, but now Levi's here. He'll get the double fear as well, and he'll pick up another double kill. 6-0 for the Fiddle.
The synergy was impressive, and the blood starts pumping after you land a nice kick like that, but maybe just followed that a little too far, and Return of the Fiddlesticks ends up getting 2 kills over to this Fiddlesticks, who's now 6-0.
Yeah, he's got 83% of his team's kills right now, so really putting in some work on the Fiddle. Now has the Runic Echoes plus the Stopwatch in addition, so he's feeling pretty confident, and he can take some really aggressive, I don't want to say trades or I'm trying to think, attacks, I guess. He can be super aggressive and get bailed out by the Stopwatch. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and he definitely, with that ult coming back up here, should look to continue to snowball this lead. Pretty much any lane that he wants to die, I think, is going to have a good shot at dying. So, Vibon is not in a good spot here, already down 2 levels to this Aatrox.
Yeah, down the levels, down 20 CS, down the kill. We were talking about it being pretty even. It looks like SG's got a pretty good stranglehold on this top lane, and we'll see. I don't know that I like going for the double CDR when you're this far ahead. I almost like rushing the first item. I don't know.
I think it's actually just stronger overall if you're ahead, because the other thing you get is if you get Phage, like the stats on Phage aren't really as good. Plus you're able especially against a range champ, you get double CDR, so your Q is up a lot faster, and you get more stats than you would get with Phage. The appeal of Phage is just like part of the stats that you're paying for is that move speed passive, and I think it actually accelerates the lane phase a lot more.
Well, they know that Fiddle's in the area. He's going to Crow Storm back in. They have the Taric ult to try to keep them invulnerable. It's a nice timing keeping them safe. BKP gonna get taken down by X-Craze as well. Now Vibon is teleported down. They're trying to trade it back, but they just don't quite have that damage. Stun lands onto Levi. He's got the Bountiful Harvest, the extra damage reduction, but he'll get taken down. It's a double kill for Wing Nation. Now it's Conceal versus Black Salt, and somehow Wing gets that kill, but it's a triple kill for Wing Nation. I won't argue with it.
He did have red buff ticking, so I think he just happened to finish it off, but it definitely looked like Taric should have gotten that kill. Anyway, Return of the Fiddlesticks. You know how I said earlier how Fiddle could just go to any lane he choose with that ult? Well, I kind of forgot about the Taric ultimate, and that was a really well-timed Taric ult from Black Salt, and is able to just refute all the damage that Crow Storm had from Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, and now Aiketo getting the plate money from dropping the Herald, gets the plate money down in bottom lane as well. And he's a pretty rich boy. X-Craze with that kill, feeling pretty good. It feels like the game's turned again on just one play.
Yeah, and we can see that reflected in the gold, a 1,500 gold difference now for Return to the Fiddlesticks. Really just flipped the lead that MG Blaze had provided for themselves.
Yeah, and now you have those points of strength. You have the the Varus at 5 and 3. You have this Syndra looking pretty strong with the completed Luden's Echo as well. And what was kind of a scary moment for Return to the Middlesticks gets kind of handed to them by the Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, just
X-Craze
kind of
lands
not
the stun
thinking.
onto Levi, just going to go in. It has the Unleashed Power? No, he actually doesn't have it available just yet. Finally comes off a cooldown, but it's not enough to finish him off. So Levi takes his 7th kill. Now Vbon and Black Salt just trying to kite this out. Hook lands onto Derailer. He gets the stun. He has the Gnar ult available if he wants it. Throws a couple into the wall, but it's not going to be enough to save his life as BKP is there to clean that one up. The double teleport invested from SG and BKP. That's a lot of letters. Yeah. Oh, the
You're gonna
stun.
make
Oh, we
me
got
roll.
it! He
Oh!
steals the dragon! Alright, well, thanks for the
Wow.
leash.
That is something that should just never happen. If you're MG Blaze and you're up 3 to 5 in people, you have to just send 2 people over the wall to stop that Lee Sin from coming in. There's
Yeah.
no way that you should ever have that happen.
Another stun lands onto Conceal. He'll get taken down. Who's got the 200 years now? Derailer forced to run away. The Fiddle's just hanging out over the wall, but they have the Terracult back available to try to cancel it out. Stun lands. Levi just getting chunked down. One more auto should finish him off. Yeah, got the E, and now Black Salt chasing down Derailer. He knows he's got nowhere to go. Gets stunned up, and another double kill for Wing Nation in the bottom lane.
And here we're just seeing again the Return to the Middlesticks draft of this Taric paying off big time. I think Levi is just not respecting that Taric is going to be able to get rid of all of his damage, and continues to just go bot. And now Varus with 8 kills, not really what you want to see if you're MG Blaze.
Now SG looking on the flank. He's going to try to get onto X-Craze. Has the flash available. Forces the flash back out. So it's just going to be the trade. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Aphelios is dead again.
I think I keep looking down here and I see like an extra minion for Return to the Middlesticks with how they're handling this bot lane from MG Blaze.
Yeah, I've wanted to talk about how you shouldn't be doing Dragon in the first place for like the past 5 minutes, but instead they just keep feeding extra kills into ROTM and furthering my point. Anyway, you don't want to be doing Dragon as the Fiddle team because you have no way to burst the Dragon out. Lee Sin just outbursts that entire team with the extra Q. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you need to try to just send somebody over the wall to defend. Aatrox is really good at that. He just dashes over the wall and can do that.
Yeah,
But
especially with Nautilus there too. I mean, your other option is you just wait for Lee Sin, you deny vision, and you just wait for Lee Sin with the dragon at like 3k HP, and then just wait for him to jump in with
Yeah.
no escape.
you have options, but you use none of them again. X-Craze should be dead here. That's actually a really good Cassiopeia ult. He's trying to kite away from Aikedo. Aikedo just gonna take down the cast though. Fiddle picks up another kill on the backside of the fight, but now Black Salt is here. Aikedo just smurfing that fight. Double kill for him.
Yeah, what I thought was Cat's going to be able to turn that. Aikato just shows me that I'm wrong and is able to clean up what was essentially a 1v1.
And now you have the 2-item lethality Varus sieging down mid tower. I feel like we've been here before. This is a really difficult place to try to engage on. Now you have to engage with like a Fiddle ult, and I don't know. It seems risky. He's got Zanya's at least now.
Yeah, Fiddle cannot go in if Taric is there, as long as Taric has ult, because it's just too easy to pop both ults at the same time. And maybe you could surprise him and fear him and stop him from popping the ult, but he has to have no vision of you, and Return to the Middlesticks now with a lead is going to be able to keep a lot of vision down to kind of prevent those plays.
And now SG still doesn't have that completed item. Feeling real Aatrox, man. Getting collapsed on by 3 people up in the top side. Lands a couple of Qs down, just trying to fly out the other side. He's actually going to successfully navigate that. But, he's still 400 gold shy of that Black Cleaver. This is when it sucks to go that double CDR build. You just can't ever seem to finish your first item.
Well, he would have had it if he hadn't have bought that extra longsword at this point.
Aikedo just trying to save this tower here. He's going to get Aphelios. The Moonlight Vigil does quite a bit of damage, but now X-Craze is here. Hits the stun, hits a Q, and Aphelios is dead again.
That was just a really good stun there from X-Craze, landing super long range onto the Aphelios, who's already low from the tower.
Yeah, another
Oh
stun lands.
no.
Aikato's looking for this. He's going to connect it. He finishes that one off the kick, not quite enough to finish off the kill onto Derailer. Oh, oh, eh,
Uh,
uh,
Sometimes the optimization doesn't work out the way you're intending it to.
he's still fast enough on the outside. He's going to eventually track him down. Derailer's got nowhere to go. He's going to eventually die, but meanwhile, the three-man squad is just going to do Rift Herald. Uh, he's got to know. There's no way. Okay, yeah, they've trapped him.
Aikado wasn't needed anywhere else anyway. Return to the Middle Six picks up the Rift Herald on the other side.
Yeah, now they jump onto BKP. He's forced to use the Petrifying Gaze just to try to disengage. Um, that was a good meme. Anyway, Dragon spawning. It's the third of the game. There's no world in which Blaze should contest this.
Yeah, this is just a Return to the Middle Six Dragon. There's really no way that you're going to contest this at all, especially with the Taric ultimate up. And now we see why it's so big that Aikado is able to steal that second dragon. That puts it on soul point at around 19 minutes. So that next dragon in 5 minutes is going to be super big for Return of the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, and we saw initially this year not a whole lot of priority put on these early objectives by the Platinum team, but they've really started stacking dragons super quickly the last couple of games, and it's given them this extra win condition that they haven't, super needed. Cass is gonna die. There's no need to narrate that. I don't know why Fiddle's going in. This is pretty risky. The Taric gonna only save Taric right now. He actually wasn't bound with anybody, but it'll be the double kill for Wing Nation as a little bit of an overextension there, a little bit of desperation, and now the Dazzle will land onto Derailer plus the Piercing Arrow, and X-Craze will take home a killing spree.
Yeah, that's a fuck it ultimate from Fiddlesticks there. He's just trying to look for something. But that is definitely not what you want. Again, electing to go into that Taric. I don't think he's ulted a single time since we've seen that bot lane play where they turned it without Taric being there. Maybe that's your opportunity, is to try to find a kill onto this Gnar on top or something like that to get yourself back into the game, but they just keep forcing these team fights that do not work out for them.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was a conscious decision to pick the Taric into Fiddlesticks, but this looks really good. Like, if this ever needs to happen in a game of mine, like, that seems like a good counter. I am really appreciating that.
Yeah, if you have Vision of Fiddle, you just channel. It's so easy to stop Fiddlesticks from doing the damage.
Yep, and now just going to take out some jungle camps. They find Levi here. Black Salt just doesn't care. He's walking through the jungle, finds the enemy jungler, beating him up with a hammer, and they'll look to collapse on this. Aikado has had enough of this Fiddlesticks. He's on a rampage. SG forced to flee as well. He's got the World Ender. No ult from Aikado, so they're just kind of quarantining them in, and much like the US's quarantine, that didn't go very well. That was topical.
Yeah. And that is just too easy for Return of Fiddlesticks. Another kill, maybe? Oh.
Oh. He flashed forward and then threw the Q the wrong direction. Derailer's going to live just by the skin of his teeth. Although, I guess I don't know if Nautilus has skin or teeth.
Unconfirmed under that mask. Who knows?
Yeah, so now it's 21 minutes. You don't need that Ocean Soul. You're just going to kill the Nexus, I guess. Fiddle's going to ult in. He's doing quite a bit of damage this time. No Taric ult this time to help slow him up. Black Salt stayed alive for so long. He hits the Taric ult as well. Aikado's the only one that gets it, but now they're looking to re-engage. Levi falls as well. It's a double kill for Winged Nation. They're chasing down the Cassiopeia. She hit a big ult, but it doesn't matter. Triple kill for Winged. Aatrox's the last one alive for MG Blaze, and he's being auto-attacked in his fountain. That's not going to go super well for him, and neither will it for the Nexus. A 2-0 for Return of the Middle Sticks, 22 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Return of the Middle Six picks up the really quick Game 2 win there. Off the back of Wing Nation and Black Salt, able to shut down the Fiddlesticks in the mid to late game. That was snowballing so hard. Really well played there from Wing Nation and Black Salt.
Yeah, and another relatively quick 2-0 for the Platinum team. Only one more opponent left on the schedule for the perfect season. Um, I'll tell you who it is in a second. It's Dab. That's Divine Ascension Black is going to be the last one in the crosshairs before semifinals and finals. With that, they've gone ahead and clutched out the first place seed for the plan. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Um,
Clutched out.
they
Oh
clinched the
my.
first seed for the playoffs as a result of that, and um, yeah, I'm excited to see them continue to wreak havoc and probably meet GSM in the final.
Yeah, and Return of the Middle Six has just had such a dominant split, only dropping one game so far to GSM, so looking forward to a potential rematch in the playoffs.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take a small break. I'm going to go ahead and change out my casters here. Thanks, Lane, for joining us. Hopefully, you enjoy your own cast here in a couple minutes. But we'll go ahead and step aside, and yeah, we'll be back in as soon as we get everything changed out.
Bye, guys.
All right. Oh, he's already gone. All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, call up my other homie.
Yeah, that Nautilus having a shield was so fucking unlucky, dude. I threw the the Q, I walked away, and the man just didn't die. That's not fair. He's supposed to die. That's the rules.
All right. Blue side. Okay. Ooh, I don't like going this direction um from the client to the YouTube video. I just feel like I lost quality somehow.
Yeah, no, it's not ideal. I guess that's what happens when you don't play on patch.
Immortals Academy beats Golden Guardians. Oh, good for them.
Who knew? When you put in Xmithy, you happen to win games. I mean,
And
admittedly, it's against
Hakuho
Golden
and Apollo.
Guardian,
Yeah.
but yeah. And Hakuho and Apollo have sort of been on like the fringe of the LCS for a while. You know, towards the bottom end. Ever since Apollo had his MVP year, and Hakuho was, you know, a beast. Ever since then, they've sort of been on the decline. So I don't think it's as big of a travesty for them to, you know, hang out in academy for a couple weeks. But it
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I
Xmithy
don't know. I
is
still think they're like a playoff caliber bottom lane though. Like they're solid. It just kind of they seem more meta dependent than a lot of other bot lanes.
probably.
Anyway,
I mean, Hakuho's known for like his Morgana and his Thresh, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Xmithy has to have like the most LCS wins out of anyone, right?
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's either him or Doublelift. It has to be one of the two. There's no way it's anyone else.
All right, I've got game one loaded. If you're ready.
Yeah. So I'm. How do you want to do this? I'm 16 seconds into the video, which is 2 seconds into the VOD.
Okay,
Is that what you want to do?
I've got 4 seconds. I guess I could. Why don't we do that? I'm assuming you're like just in game. I'm in the loading screen technically.
Oh no, I'm in game. I'm at 16 seconds on the video.
Okay, 16. Okay, that'll work for me.
All
Actually,
right.
let's go a little bit further because he's got the bar. As soon as he changes the scoreboard. Oh, he's actually jumping back. Oh, look at this.
Okay, so about 36 seconds into the. I think 36 seconds.
36. Okay, I can work with that. Let's do that then.
All right.
All right.
Count me in.
We'll intro. Hello.
Oh, sure.
Welcome, Middle Sticks and Criddle Sticks, to our second game of the week. It'll be the Diamond team taking on MG Eclipse, which I'm going to have to try to not call Blaze at all during this. Um, yeah, we saw Platinum smash 2-0. We'll see if Diamond can follow suit. This kind of wound up being like a clan battle week, I guess, as we take down both or take on both MG teams.
Yeah, ironically enough, both teams playing the exact same orgs. Hopefully a clean 2-0 for both sides on ROTM. I mean, hopefully cleaner than Plat. Hopefully no 6-0 enemy junglers, but we'll see.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start it off in 3, 2, 1. All right, and spawning in on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 1, will be the Diamond team. Actually, I'll let you do the Diamond team.
Ooh, all right. So in the top lane, we have Liposuction lane on the Volibear top, Tendies 2 playing Graves in the jungle, Dat Dang Dude on the middle sticks, and then Prodigium and Maximus 127 on the Aphelios Lulu bottom lane.
I just figured I'd, go ahead and struggle with the names for you. So we win late Pog on Renekton as Prodigium's going to get chased off. Actually, Flash Hook going to burn Prodigium's Flash as well. So we'll keep track of those. But yeah, we win late Pog on Renekton. Burgerman 2 on the Jinzhou. Psycab on Corki. Is 2 legendary. And MG Oshkosh on Kaisa and Thresh in the bottom lane.
Yeah, so just first off, looking at the RotM draft, this is so insanely meta. This is you could see an LCS team run this exact same composition. Really jumping on the new middle sticks bandwagon, likely to be the tank middle sticks, which we saw Bjergsen play to great success, and then much less good success. Hopefully, that dang dude is able to avoid the pitfalls that TSM fell into as a little bit of a scrap here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Hook lands onto Maximus. Just gonna be bothersome. And just to shout out Shivam, he is not on the bandwagon. He's the founder of the Middle Sticks bandwagon, as far as I'm concerned. No need to accuse him of jumping on a trend for that.
For sure. Through thick and thin, he's there with the middle sticks. But it's hard to look at any role here and say that they did
level 2 gank from Burgerman as he jumps forward, hits the dash, hits the 3-point strike. One more auto, gonna do it, and that'll be first blood for we win late Pog in top lane.
Yeah, and no time to talk as they're fighting again in the bottom lane and even in the middle lane, just trades going down. But really well played there on that level 2 gank because they were able to dive him underneath turret right before his E lands. Once his E lands, he gets the extra shield. Would have been harder to kill him. So pretty well executed there, and that's not ideal for Liposuction lane. Against a Renekton lane. Renekton is notoriously dominant in the early game, so giving him a free kill early is not a recipe for success.
Yeah, kind of interesting. He goes back off of that first blood and he buys a long sword and a refillable potion on the Renekton.
Yeah, it might have made more sense to, maybe you could have gone Dorrance in a pink, maybe Dorrance in a ward, but that's okay. Looking to accelerate his build a little bit and save some money down the line with the refillable.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested. Psycab has gone for the Cull on Corki, so really looking to get his farm on here in mid lane, and that dang dude should probably be looking to roam out of this mid lane after getting some priority, and you can see, yeah, he's just giving the minions the suck here, and opening up some opportunities for him to go to other lanes.
Yeah, it seems CCOB has, had an idea of what this Fiddlesticks was going to do. He's not even trying to trade. He's like, okay, I'm just going to farm it out. Because, as you saw, even when he's hitting the Fiddlesticks in the middle of his own wave, and that Fiddlesticks just does not take any damage. Just healing it all up.
Yeah, worth noting this is pre-nerf as well. This is on the last patch. We're on a YouTube video. Thank you, Lane, for recording. But, yeah, so pre-nerf Fiddlesticks, I think that's the only change of any champion in this game. So, yeah.
Yeah, can't think of any off the top of my head. Conqueror nerf happened, and the Death Stance changed, so we'll probably see Aphelios pick up the Death Stance, not yet lowered to the 10% pre-mitigated damage that gets turned into true damage over time. So he will be a tanky boy once we hit that mid game, around 3 items for him. But looking at the compositions again, it's hard to see a role where ROTM didn't get an S tier champion for their team comp. You wonder what happened in pick ban that they were able to get all of these power picks, whereas MG over here ends up on Renekton is okay. Xin Shao isn't really a champion. Usually you see something like Rek'Sai or Lee Sin if you're looking for the early game pressure.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's favoring just a lot of individual comfort picks or exactly what it is, but we win late Pog. I don't think they do actually against this composition.
Which is strange. Normally you would see Kai'Sa, you would see Corki, and you would be like, hey, we have the late game.
Oh, the duel here in the top lane. Is Lane actually getting the better of this? What was that dice? Why did he go that way? He's going to get Frenzy Crunched? I don't remember what it was called. It's the Empowered W, though, and Volibear just chomps him down for the solo kill in top lane.
Yeah, we win late Pog on their Renekton was doing a pretty good job of trading, outside of the Volibear E. We saw it, right before that play, but, unfortunately takes a bad trade there, doesn't respect the true DPS that this Volibear has, and Volibear going in for a trade again.
Yeah, and he hasn't been back to base. We Win Late Pog has gone back now and recalled, so any of this health is kind of like a permanent debuff to him, almost. As Volibear comes back, he'll have that small health advantage, but we'll see some ultimates start to get involved. But now, Prio in the mid and bottom lane has gotten them the inside track to this dragon. The Crowstorm comes out, they're on top of the Xin Zhao. He's only level 4, and he'll fall to Prodigium. They're trying to chase down Corki as well. Psycab and Tendi's just dueling with some auto attacks, some guns going off. In the top lane, though, it's Animal Violence, it's Carnal. Liposuction lane doesn't have any mana, though, and we win. Late Pog takes the solo kill. That dang dude hits the Terrify onto Psycab, jumping into the bush. He should have the Reap available for the kill. Where is it? It's somewhere. There it is.
At the end of the day, able to pick up the kill there. And you saw Burgerman too, as he's coming back for his revenge. Not going to be able to catch him. Yeah, definitely not. But level 4 on that jungler when the enemy mid laners level 6 get ulted by the Fiddlesticks and then polymorph. Never even got a chance to play the game. And that's a dragon. Unfortunately, in the top lane, Liposuction lane had stuck around just a little bit too long. Hadn't gone back for the reset and didn't have mana to ult. So we win late Pog, able to get his ultimate and able to get the solo kill there, which is pretty good for him. He's in a lane that's supposed to be advantageous for him. If he's not able to pick up those early kills, it could be really scary once Volibear starts getting some items. So definitely what he's looking for in that lane.
Yeah, now Volibear has that Stormbringer available. We could start seeing him look to walk like mid or, maybe make a play bottom once his teleport is up and just shut down one of those towers and get a really quick, easy tower dive. Just a huge strength of that champion is that tower dive ability.
For sure, and I think that a lot of the strength of this champion is in the mid game, being able to roam around to other lanes, not necessarily in the solo 1v1, but facilitating plays in other lanes, especially mid. If they're able to set something up with the Fiddlesticks ult as well as Volibear ult under that tower, Corki could, have a rough time of it.
Yeah, Tierkul Corki just trying to poke down this fiddle is not going super well for him.
Oh,
and it's not going super well for Burgerman either. The collateral damage, just wasn't quite enough to finish off Burgerman as he gets out to safety with that flash.
One more auto attack necessary, but unfortunately for Burgerman, level 5 to the level 7 of the Graves, Tendi's is up 26 CS in 2 levels, just already so far ahead, has the completed warrior. That fight, was just never going to be close for him.
Yeah, and it's hard. If you pick this Xin Zhao to fight early, and you didn't get your fighting early done, that's not a super valuable pick then, yeah?
Especially since, Xin Shao against Graves, depending on the situation, doesn't even win early. Graves, if he's able to stack up his true grit at all, he just becomes so tanky that Xin Shao doesn't have the consistent DPS to burst him out. So, at this point, you're already behind in a matchup that probably wasn't great, that you probably shouldn't have picked into. And, you know, it only gets worse from here. So we see liposuction lane there, was able to pick up the Bramble Vest, so that's helpful against their Renekton, who has so much innate healing and even has the Cutlass here, going for the Bork.
Yeah, and they spot Burger Man on this Gromp. Hook over the wall actually doesn't connect. The package is available for Corki. He's going to separate this fight. It's a lot of damage down onto Tendies as the Crowstorm jumps in. He's just depleting their health bars, ruining them. Lane jumps in, picks up another kill. It's 2 for Return of the Middle Sticks so far, and they should be able to finish off Oshkosh as well. He has nowhere to run.
Yeah, that bear can tank that turret forever as slowly track down and finish off Thresh there. But that was a Fiddlesticks ult, you know, combined with Aphelios' damage. That Fiddlesticks is building tank, and still they just completely melted the enemy team. And a lot of that was off of, you know, C-Cobb on the Corki. Had the package available, but gets caught on the side and loses 80% of his health bar to Tendies before the fight even starts, you know, for real. Unfortunately, just not able to put out any damage at all. You know, now ROTM up almost 2,000 gold. You know, and so much of that is on this Fiddlesticks, on this Aphelios. It's going to be really hard for MG to continue to contest, as we see.
Tendies just walks in 1v2. He's not going to be able to win that one, though, is Psychob able to track him down with the missile barrage, rocket barrage from Corki.
I think missile barrage. I think you got it right. But yeah, that's the Hail of Blades on this Inshao, able to get the knock up pretty quickly there and secure the kill onto Graves as that dang dude is just sort of messing with Burgerman as he walks through his lane. I don't think that they have any chance of ever killing this Fiddlesticks. He just heals too much. As you can see him tanking all of Corki damage and just chilling in the wave.
Yeah, the Bountiful Harvage plus the Spirit Visage healing is just ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
Winged has been telling me that this champ is just busted this way, and now I see it. Yeah, this seems pretty good.
It's pretty silly.
He's just walking in 1v4, looking to contest this. He terrifies away Burger Man. They're going to jump onto him with that Killer Instinct from Kaisa. More autos just trying to go down. They get terrified back the other way as Tendies. It's a 1v4 basically. Now Prodigium and Maximus just going to track down. They turn him into a squirrel and they'll take down Burger Man. Now looking for a little bit more. Actually, they're just going to take the dragon. That was a big one from Corki. Does quite a bit of damage, but you know, that doesn't really matter.
And that dang dude was just a distraction there. Unfortunately for MG, they didn't decide to just finish the dragon. Unfortunately, they chase after that dang dude, aren't able to actually get onto him. He has so much CC and so much survivability. And they leave Xinshao alone, level 6 at 12 minutes, trying to do the dragon. And he just gets collapsed on and dies.
Oh, now he finds Tendies immediately in his jungle. Oh, Tendies flashes forward for that kill on the top lane, and we win late Pog are going at it. Tendies is going to fall, but now that dang dude over the wall as Maximus helps to collapse the Wild Growth, keeping him alive for the time being, but he'll get taken down. It's a double kill for is 2 legendary.
There's no way he can just tank this, right?
He's out.
Stop
he flashes the wall.
He just sat there in the middle of all 3 of them, tanking it up. Is able to get out. This champ looks a little bit disgusting, huh?
Yeah, in this particular matchup, where Corki's just opting for later game power, there's nothing that can possibly shove Fiddlesticks out, and he's getting to do pretty much whatever he wants so far this game. Psychob, still 21 left on that call, has the Manamune completed. There's a Manamune on his 2 legendary. They're trying to scale up, but, you know, I guess it's close. I thought it was still a gold lead for Return of the Middle Sticks, but it's not going to be after this turret plate.
Yeah, no, it definitely feels like they're significantly further ahead than they actually are. I think a lot of that is, you know, from Tendies, you know, donating a couple of kills over his last couple of times out on the Rift. But, you know, either way, we were talking about scaling earlier, and the scaling is still in favor of ROTM, and it's hard to see how MG really has a good chance of...
Prodigium and we win late Pog. What the fuck is that champion?
So, to be fair, that was Exhaust.
Yeah.
Exhaust is OP. But yeah, that champion's pretty disgusting too.
He walked into the turret without ult. Like, there's a lot of things upon reflection. But still, the first instinct is, oh yeah, Renekton's jumping on an 80 carry. That should be a death. No. Okay, well.
Renekton's jumping on the 80 carry, has a completed bork as we see Lane
Yeah,
probably
Lane,
dies here.
Lane tanked a lot of damage from that package, and Psychop will finish him off in the top lane. This game's gotten pretty messy all of a sudden.
Yeah, ever since the buffs to the package, Corki's the burn on it just does so much damage. Even if you get hit by it once, it can, take quite a chunk out of your life there. Unfortunately, Lane just not quite respecting it. He sees a little Corki with half of his HP, but Corki does a lot of damage.
Yep, and now that dang dude just gonna continue shoving in. I'd really like to see Middlesticks make a play for this mid lane turret or the top lane turret, start getting some of those off the map, and start collecting some of that gold that they have yet to collect. I guess kind of the opposite as well. The Killer Instinct goes in. He just needs an auto onto it. Oh my goodness! The wild growth from Prodigium plus the Chakrams are enough. He's on a rampage as they'll take down Oshkosh as well. Is2 Legendary never hit his passive. He was sitting on 4 stacks of that passive, misclicked, hit the turret once, hit a minion, and then died.
Hey, he got polymorphed there for a while too. It was just not fun for him.
We Win Late Pog's trying to find that dang dude. He's got the Bountiful Harvest. He's just tanking through this. Now Tendies is here. Hits him with the smite, just getting some autos down. Now Burgerman looking to join the fray as well. The Crow Storm should be able to pick this one up as Tendies actually falls to We Win Late Pog. The jump over the wall though from Psychob, and it's the overextension from Return of the Middlesticks. But Prodigium and Maximus still hammering away on this mid lane turret. They were able to get the tier 1, and they got a little damage onto the tier 2.
And not quite enough tankiness or sustain from that dang dude, but it was much closer than it should be when you're looking at a 3 versus 2. Now picking up the Glacial Shroud there. Does he go Frozen Heart next? Is that the...
Yeah.
That's disgusting. The champion's disgusting. Okay, so how do you beat it? You get Grievous at some point, you pick something with CC, right? You CC him out of the W, it goes on a long cooldown, and then you have Grievous.
Yeah,
right?
or something with early game power. Assassins are probably pretty okay against him. Or you out roam him.
I bet Kassadin is really good into him.
Oh yeah, that does sound pretty good.
Kassadin's really good into him. Sorry, I'm seeing just how disgusting this is, so I want to know, if I play against it, what the fuck do I pick into it? Because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, the Kassadin jungle sounds pretty good.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what just I guess that was the effigy just flashed away. All right. Well, God, that needs a little bit of visual clarity. I guess the point is that it's not clear, but yeah, I don't know why MG Eclipse are trying to contest this at all. They do eventually just decide to give it up. Corky's hanging around the bottom. He doesn't have package though. Yeah.
Yeah. Just as a side note, looking at the names on these players, whoever does that dot thing, I fucking hate you. I
think it's the clan they're in. Burgerman and Psychop.
And the jungler. I do not like that. It fucks, especially in loading screen. Loading screen gets all fucked up. I need Riot to fix that. Just a minor gripe. I don't feel as bad about them playing into Fiddlesticks mid now. As we see, poor Renekton. Being a melee into Fiddlesticks is bad enough as it is. You just walk in and get CC'd and he walks away. But now you can't even out DPS him if you do get on him.
Oh, he didn't get that cannon though. Alright, Zinza's pinging Aphelios. Has a 550 gold bounty. So we're going to see them try to make a play on Aphelios. And we'll see how many of the 200 years Prodigium has in his back pocket.
So realistically, if they can get, a package onto him and then have Kai'Sa ult in too, maybe they can kill him? I don't know. He still has Lulu. Lulu's a disgusting champion too. This team composition, a lot of this just feels like the only way that MG would be able to win this is if they, get ahead, a pretty significant lead early. Just because it's so hard to beat this composition with what MG has drafted for themselves.
Yeah, they were able to grab the second Herald. We'll see if they're able to siege this mid lane tower down. You can see immediately the response, though, from Return of the Middlesticks. Burgerman just doesn't have any health. He gets Lantern out to safety. Flash forward. Tendi's trying to get some of that Graves tech onto its 2 legendary. Gets the heal and flash out of him, but he'll live for the time being.
What is Aphelios, man? destroyed 3 of their health bars. Like, Kaisa wasn't even near him. And Kaisa also lost her entire health bar. I just...
What? That was Graves. Graves went and hit Q out of R.
2 people got destroyed. I'd have to look back, but...
Yeah, Ophelio still has ult, so...
Aphelios did a shit ton of damage, is all I can say.
Tendies will smite away the Gromp and run away from the packaged up Corki. I don't know exactly what his plan is with this one. There's not a clear target for it. Maybe he'll head to bottom lane and see if they can catch Volibear.
Yeah, not ideal use of that. You know, I think that package is one of the few tools that they have that gives them, you know, a good shot back into this.
Maybe gonna try to track
Maybe?
down Maximus and Prodigium.
I feel like there's going to be a wild growth and a polymorph come out instantly, and he's just going to die.
Yeah, and for Return to the Middle Sticks, this is good to see that even with Tendies not having just a super unstoppable game, they're still doing really well. They're still macroing up. They have Dat Dang Dude and Prodigium really carrying the weight this game. It's good to see another look, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, once you have a team, you know, with this where you do have, you know, such a clear win condition, so often, you know, is Tendies on the carry able to make things happen in the early game. But once a team becomes dynamic and you see that they can win through other ways, you know, even when Tendies isn't quite having the most, you know, destroying game, the best game, I don't know.
Yeah.
When he's not, you know, shitting on the enemy, they're still able to find these leads. You know, Prodigium on the Aphelios is absolutely massive now, sitting on gold. I imagine he has like what, Caulfields and Aegis on the spec. Let's see what he picks up.
Well, he sold his pink ward. He's got Aegis and Vamp Scepter. That feels fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, lifesteal. I'm used to playing casters where the Caulfields is more important, but I suppose on Aphelios the Vamp Scepter's alright too.
Yeah. Tendies finds Burger Man there, just gonna Yumu's at him, throw the smoke screen, show him who's boss. And now Dragon spawning in 40 seconds. That'll represent the Mountain Soul for Return to the Middle Sticks.
Yeah, and for MG, it's, you know, it's only a 2k gold lead. Maybe you're able to make a play. Your Corki does have, you know, the finished Trinity Force, has the Muramana, can't quite check to see how close he is to finishing that off. But also has the Pen Boots. You can do quite a bit of damage here. Maybe this is their window. Contest the Dragon and, you know, try and get back into this game.
Yeah, they're only behind by like 2,500, and the half was just because that dang dude was able to take that turret down. Spotted out with the blue trinket, and actually they have pretty clear vision over this dragon pit. Return to the Middle Sticks just a little bit late to the party here. I don't know if they're aware of that. That dang dude has teleport available, but he doesn't actually have a ward to go to currently. Prodigium sets up the turret. It's just chunking through people on its own. Lane jumps in, as does the Crow Storm. They'll finish off We Win Late Pog immediately. Oshkosh will fall next. 2 kills pretty quick there for Return to the Middle Sticks. They're still looking for a little bit more. Prodigium walking forward with Flamey. Doesn't hit the ultimate, though. Forced to flash back away. Lane has killed Burger Man on the backside. The turret finishes off one kill as well. And the collateral damage will get the ace. The Bud Light ace. I still can't say that. Yeah. Anyway, it's an ace for Return to the Middle Sticks.
Are we sponsored by Bud Light now? Do I get some of that Bud Light money?
I wish. I've just been watching too much LCS, so it's got to be the Bud Light ace.
And you saw that fight there. Aphelios just 1v2'd both of the carries. If he landed the ultimate, it wouldn't have even been close. And yeah, a lot of that fight was just Liposuction Lane on the Volibear and that dang dude on the Fiddlesticks jumped in. Were able to create so much space for their carries, who just sort of destroyed Renekton as he was left alone in the backline. And those just really well played. Yeah, the carries for MG Eclipse never had a chance to, you know, put out any damage. You know, fortunately for them, though, they were able to pick up the shutdown onto Aphelios, right? They were pinging that earlier.
Oh, Tendies gets the blue buff.
Yeah, I was watching that.
I was chuckling because, like, it was 23-33, right? Renekton had already respawned and gone back to his lane, and then he pings the Aphelios exhaust. Yeah, he's had that the whole game. Good job.
Maybe mention that he's like, hey, this is why I wasn't able to 1v9. Although he did also sort of just eat a polymorph instantly. and just he sat in the middle of the entire enemy team and died. A
It's
lot
a
of these
mystery.
fights are just. Mhm.
I said it's a mystery.
Yeah. That's it. MG Eclipse, they do have the 2 finished Muramanas now, right? So their carries are going to be able to put out quite a bit of damage. As we see that dang dude, flexing a little bit, asserting his dominance on the Thresh, saying you're not allowed to put your vision here.
Takes the blast cone back to exactly where he was prior to taking the blast cone.
It's the bait. They'll never see it coming.
But yeah, you've got lane set up on the bottom side. He's got teleport available. You can shove in. Baron buff, not going to last super much longer, but you have the opportunity to push in a couple of these waves, get a couple of turrets, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. The Aphelios here has the 3 completed items now, has that finished death stance. Just becomes so much harder for him to deal with as Corki has that package. They should be looking for a play on this mid lane like
Hook.
20 seconds ago.
Hook almost landed there onto that dang dude. That might have been that engage time. Psycob just forced to use that package back to safety. Was maybe looking to collapse, but heads up by ROTM to go ahead and back off. And now that bottom lane wave actually gets cleaned up by the turret. So this is pretty all in from Return of the Middle Sticks. Hooks lands onto Prodigium, and everybody just explodes. Well,
what the fuck? He got hooked, everyone jumped in, and he just sits there, life-stealing for days.
They got him.
What the fuck was that?
They hooked Aphelios.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, the Xin Shao was at 25 minutes still sitting on Trandy Force components, not able to do enough damage. And that's win number 1 for ROTM.
I'm going to instant replay that. We're going to just watch what happens. Okay, so there's Corki packaging away. I can pause if you want to come back with me. We're at 25:58.
I'm at 25. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so Prodigium's gonna walk in and eat this hook, and then I have no idea where all of this damage comes from. I'm just gonna watch Aphelios and see if we understand. Okay, he swaps. No, he's actually just sitting on the sniper rifle. There he finally swaps back. I still don't know. Okay, I think all of the damage was actually just that dang dude Tendies. I don't know that Prodigium did a whole lot there.
Dropped his entire combo. Tendy sat in the middle, looking pretty, got the Lulu ult, and auto-attacked, man, and that was enough, I guess.
I thought it was some Aphelios BS, but it really wasn't. He just was the bait, I guess. Alright, well, GG. That'll be 1-0 for Diamond. They'll look to close it out in Game 2. Yeah, we'll be right back in just a minute.
Yeah, he didn't even swap to the red gun to ult. They just sort of all popped instantly.
Yeah, I guess you don't need to ult when everybody else is just dead.
Yeah, he got the ult off, but it was the sniper ult.
I don't know what the sniper ult does, I'm gonna be honest.
I think it lets him
auto
attack everybody that it hits. I don't know, it's something like that. I think that's why he's able to auto attack like 6 people from 2 screens away.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm already a little too far. Okay.
Earthchamp doesn't make any sense.
Oh, this draft doesn't make any sense. All right. I'm at 19. Oh, I guess I should wait for the scoreboard.
36 seconds in the video. Looks good. 32 seconds maybe?
32. Okay.
All right.
All right. So welcome back after that short break. We've got game number 2 between MG Eclipse and Return of the Middle Sticks. Match point for Diamond and cast point as well, I guess. We'll see if they can close everything out here. Game number 1, we saw Prodigium and that dang dude had a really good game on the Fiddlesticks and the Aphelios. Tendy's got a lot of farm, but didn't, have that huge pop-off game the way that we normally see.
Quite as as out loud of a game. That was the worst fucking expression. I couldn't think. Usually he's very explosive. A little bit more quiet of a game. But a lot of that was, just Prodigium and that dang dude putting out so much damage, and even Maximus on the Lulu it had so much utility, was keeping everyone alive, and played team fights really well.
All right, so let's get into game number 2. If you're ready, I'll count it down.
I am.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, spawning on the blue side of the rift, down 1-0, fighting for their lives. It's going to be MG Eclipse. We win late Pog in the top lane on Jax. Burgerman 2 on set jungle. Psycob on the Akali in mid. And Is2 Legendary and MG Oshkosh in the bottom lane playing Varus and Braum.
Red side, we have Return the Middle Sticks, Liposuction lane and top lane on the Volibear, Tendies 2 in the jungle on the Rengar, Dat Dang Dude on the Orianna mid lane, and then Prodigium and Maximus 127 playing the Sivir Yumi bottom lane. As seen just a little bit of poke here.
Just getting the ferocity stack so he can clear his jungle faster. It's
Exactly.
not going to actually work out. I think they time out. But, yeah.
So our team has the double cat synergy. Yumi Rengar. If Rengar's able to get ahead, Yumi sitting on top of him and giving him the extra stats could be pretty scary to deal with. That said, this composition from MG Eclipse looks a little bit better. It has a bit more front line, has the set and the Jax. Akali, is that a champion right now? Doesn't she have like a 43% win rate?
She does, but she's also been picked a couple of times, especially in like LEC and LPL, so I'm assuming it's still fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the big thing is, early on, your Q actually costs so much energy that you can only use it once before needing to regen. It costs 120 energy and you have 200. So you have to sit and regen in order to hit the minion wave twice, which just sucks. It does a little more damage now, which I guess is good, off of that Q buff, but yeah, that's my personal frustration with Akali, is just, it's really hard to farm right now.
Yeah, for sure. But the composition from Return of the Middle Sticks here is a lot more standard. You have your basic Orianna delivery ball systems. You have the Rengar, you have the Volibear. Then you also have the Sivir Yumi, 1v9 at 40 minutes win con. So they have pretty clear ideas of what their team composition wants to do, which, having a clear synergy and a clear idea is often pretty good for, for your team comp. As we win late Pog on the Jax this time, so, maybe they do win late.
Yeah. He's already getting some good trades. The counter-strike, really annoying for Volibear to deal with because it will block his W damage as well. So have to be careful about how you play into that. And now Burgerman looking for the gank. Flashes forward for the face breaker. Just trying to lay some punches down. That dang dude already is flashed, has no other ability to get out. And the haymaker for first blood for Burgerman.
Pretty good there for Burgerman. Already has had, an impact here on the mid lane. Akali's someone who probably needs some help getting ahead, so it's where you want to see the pressure. Last game was able to get the first blood in the top lane for his Renekton. We'll see if this time around the Akali's able to have a little bit more impact than the Renekton did. That said, it was weird that he leads that gank off with the flash as we see him come back around.
He comes back in, hits the facebreaker. That looked kind of weird on spectator, but that dang dude still getting punched down. He's trying to run to Tendies, but Tendies isn't really collapsing here. Now finally headed toward him. Yumi's also collapsing, and that'll be MG Eclipse just trying to get back out of their own jungle. Tendies is like, I'm doing their Krugs, guys. Don't bring him to me just now. But now he's found Burgerman, hits him with the Bola, hits him with the empowered Q as well. We win late Pog still, just chunking through. A lot of little fights as the Shuriken lands as well. Yumi's still here. The double cats are just hanging out in the jungle right now.
Yeah, and Prodigium, being able... He starved a little bit from this farm, still picking up XP and still has a lead. Did he pick up the... He got that cannon too.
How'd he get that cannon?
It must be an invisible Q.
Oh, yeah.
Because he definitely got the plus 63.
Yeah, Lane mentioned that the Sivir Q is invisible this game, so...
Oh, nice. But yeah, I like that Burgerman already being more proactive than he did last game. Yeah, already, pushing Dat Dang Dude out of lane. Somehow Dat Dang Dude still has an XP lead and a CS lead in mid lane?
Yeah, the teleport being invested by him and not by Psycob really helps him out, and also it's just way easier to farm as Orianna than Akali right now.
That better be a fat wave mid. You should not be at an XP deficit. You pushed Orianna out of your lane twice. Oh, wow.
Wow,
We
that
see
was
a really good
yeah,
trade
that was
here
a
from
good
lane.
chunk off of that frenzy. I don't know that he can continue this. Set is here. He's little greedy there from liposuction
He
lane.
saw the good trade too. He got a little bit hyped. He saw blood, wasn't quite able to finish it off, but it's impressive that trade went so far in the way of Volibear's favor. A little
Yeah.
scary for Jax.
Yeah, that second W is pretty good, assuming that it can't get blocked by the counter strike, the extra damage and the healing from it. Really can bait you, I guess. Good shield there by Prodigium here in the bottom side as they're just continuing to shove in. It is a little bit difficult, I think, for Tendies to find a really good place to gank as this Rengar. He doesn't have that big opportunity bottom lane with the constant shove. Actually, the Shockwave misses here from that dang dude. The perfect execution, not quite going to be enough from Psycob, though.
Yeah, still has the HP advantage, but Tendies is here.
Yeah, Tendies is here, jumps
wow.
in. He just deletes Psycob from the map. As I was saying, it was a little difficult to find targets. He finds one, gets that stack in his Bone Tooth Necklace.
And that's just such a mistake there from Psycob, walking too close to the side that you don't have warded. Rengar was able to get the jump from the bush, and if he can get onto you, then he just does so much damage in the early game. It's really hard to not die to him. The issue when you're looking at Rengar and you're trying to gank early is that oftentimes it's difficult to get on top of someone, but pre-6 you don't have the on-demand jump. But they're able to pick up the kill, now sitting on 3 longswords, has the level 6, is probably going to be looking for a play here with that ultimate, trying to snowball his lead as, he's already pretty strong on that Rengar.
Yeah, I was going to ask to backtrack a little bit, but Burgerman has the Phase Rush on set as well as the Hex Flash. I just didn't know what you thought about that particular rune setup on set.
I think that's the new meme, is to go Phase Rush on him. Hex Flash probably means that you have better ganks, which is perhaps why he was so quick to burn his flash on the first fight. That first gank where I thought he could just run up with the Q move speed, burnt it immediately, knowing that he has the Hex Flash. I don't know. It seems like a more gank focused. Phase Rush on set. You can definitely stick to targets a lot more. That's pretty scary for Orianna, though she does have Phase Rush of her own. Yeah, I don't think it's terrible.
Okay. Tendies goes ahead and just solos out the dragon. Meanwhile, Burgerman's looking for that gank on top side. It's going to force that Stormbringer out of liposuction lane to get out to safety. Meanwhile, Maximus and Prodigium just getting some damage done on this turret, being super annoying. This again is pre-nerf Yuumi, so will
able to spam those spells.
Yeah, can still spam that heal as much as she wants.
Yeah. Thinking about interactions, so I'd be excited to see Volibear and Silas run at each other and ult each other.
Chain of Corruption comes down onto Maximus. They just chunk through him, and the autos are enough. Piercing Arrow doesn't connect onto Prodigium. He gets stunned up by Oshkosh. Another Winter's Bite for the slow, but it's not going to be enough as the On the Hunt will get him out to safety. Now Psycob just gets aggressive with the first part of his ultimate, but might pay for that immediately as Tendies here on the ult. That was so much damage. Tendies has his second kill in mid.
Yeah, that triple longsword, able to get the double Q off and just deal so much damage. Akali without her shroud means that she has no defensive tools to use against the Rengar, and drops there to be Rengar's second kill. But that fight in the bottom lane, MG Eclipse able to find Yuumi.
Oh, Jax just going to auto him down. That was actually really nicely done. He was able to use that counter-strike right as lane wanted to get aggressive, hit the Q directly into the counter-strike, and then just kind of turned it from there. So really nicely done by We Win Late Pog.
Yeah, as we see, he already has a 20 CS lead there in the top lane. As
Oh, Prodigium just trying to dodge this one out. The piercing arrow
oh
gets
wow,
maximum, and he'll stun up Yumi as well. Double kill for Is2 Legendary. We haven't talked at all about him, I guess. He's got lethal tempo, so presumably not actually going for the lethality Varus build, and instead headed for on hit.
that said, team player has already gotten the Executioner's calling, you know, to deal with that Yumi. And so far in this bottom lane, we're seeing the opposite of what we saw last game. Prodigium and Maximus haven't been able to have as much pressure as they did in the last game. This time, MG Eclipse in that first fight was able to find Maximus um, off of Prodigium, able to CC him up and burst him down. This time, just able to do so much damage to Prodigium himself and able to take him down. Really well done there for Eclipse, as they have a pretty significant lead now there in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and even across the map, really about 2,500 gold currently, and a lot of that in bottom and in top lane. Strong side lanes helps you really stabilize the game, and hopefully Psychop can, start to find a little bit more success.
Yeah, for sure. That said, Jax is, I think he's sitting on a lot of money. He's probably trying to wait out and one by his Blade of the Ruined King. And once he gets that, I imagine that's a really difficult lane for Bear to deal with. So we see Set might be looking for something in the bottom lane.
Tendies, they're able to find Psychob again. One more auto will do it, but he has the E out to safety. Tendies just going to go ahead and ult and say thank you very much. He's not able to dash out to safety. So 3 kills now on to Tendies, but they're all on that mid laner, so a little bit of diminishing returns for him.
That said, he now has the finished Duskblade. Is going to be dealing so much damage. If he can ever get onto that Varus, Varus is not going to last long.
Varus uses that Chain of Corruption. It's not spell shielded. Now Final Chapter coming out just to try to snare everybody up. Maximus trying to do something to save Prodigium. He's just running away, but he'll fall to the Braum. Now Maximus gets stunned up as well, and Legendary will take home that as well. 4 kills now onto the Varus.
And that was actually pretty well played by Prodigium and Maximus. They're able to dodge out on the Braum ult. Now, unfortunately, after you eat the Varus ult, it's so hard to come back in that trade. And MG Eclipse really just dominant in this bottom lane so far. Extremely strong, and they're doing it without much jungle pressure. Set has walked down there a couple times, hasn't really been able to get much, but this lead is, of their own making, and, definitely a different look than we saw last game down there.
Yeah, and good signs for them. Still the 2,000 gold lead. Would like to see him start to get a couple more objectives under their belt to help snowball this out. Well, even Late Pog just abusing lane up in this top side. Maximus is forced to run away from Burgerman. He'll get ulted in, trying to find that Facebreaker, pulls him back in. Now Psychop joining the fray. Maximus will fall to the Haymaker. Oshkosh here just trying to play defense. Tendies jumps in. He finds Burgerman. That's a kill. They're trying to finish off Oshkosh. The perfect execution. Not enough to finish him off. God. It's the double kill. It's the triple kill for Tendies. Now we win Late Pog hanging out. He'll jump on, and Tendies just roars him out. The majestic roar from the Rengar. It's a quadra kill. It's the dragon for Return of the Middle Sticks.
They spent so many cooldowns there to catch out Maximus on the Yumi. They're able to get the kill, but that means that when Tendies 2 goes in, they don't have any damage left. This is an underfed Akali. Varus was not there. Jax was not there at the start, so they just have no damage, no cooldowns, and Tendies just sort of, goes to town there, able to pick up 4 kills at the end of the day? 3?
It was 3. Dat Dang Dude got 1 as well. Not the quadra kill. It was just the triple. But
now so strong on that Rengar and didn't fall. That's such a massive throw from MG Eclipse. They still have the gold lead, but giving that much gold over to this Rengar makes it that much harder to exist in the world as a Varus. Now Varus does have the completed board.
I really like this. Legendary, just every time he sees Yumi separated, he's got that hunter's mentality. He's going after him with the Chain of Corruption, and Maximus has willingly obliged and caught some of them from him.
Yeah, really well done by him. This Varus pick already paying out dividends. It's a shame that the one real fight that they've had in that river just didn't have Varus there. Otherwise, I imagine it goes very much the opposite way.
Ult
As
in
we see
from
Rengar here in the bottom
Tendies
lane.
as he's going to try to find Legendary on the backside of this.
Braum
Jumps in
still
onto the
has ult.
Varus. It's not enough damage, though, and he'll be warded back away. One more will stun him, and Legendary will actually get the shutdown. Braum just beats Prodigium to death as well with the door. Now that dang dude walks in, but I don't think that he really wants any of this either. But that's a huge shutdown onto Legendary.
Yeah, Legendary had both of his summoners up. They still had the Braum ultimate, and unfortunately there's just no world in which Rengar is able to pick up that kill, just not quite enough damage. And now this Varus that already was strong is even stronger.
Yeah,
Has
now the
their game
Rift Herald
position on those-
summoned in mid as well. Big shockwave from that dang dude, but it's just not much damage just yet from the Archangel Staff. That's it. I was going to follow it up with another word, but just the Archangel Staff on Orianna. Now, Liposuction lane maybe a little overextended, has the stun onto Weewin Late Pog, the flash forward, has Jump Strike available. One more auto, not quite going to do it as lane has the flash away, so he'll at least survive that pressure. Burger Man looking for a little bit more, has the Chilling Smite, and forces the flash out of that dang dude.
Yeah, and just...
Oh, Haymaker might be enough. Psycob sees Tendies. He's played this game before. He's forced to use his ult and flash away. That was kind of a weird little dash dip interaction that he did, but he'll get out to safety.
He was just trying to ult through Tendies, and save the flash. Ends up, the ult doesn't have quite the right angle. It sends him a little bit off, and he has the flash anyway. But that's several times here in the mid lane that they've tried to make plays onto that dang dude. And, they overstay just a little bit, and Tendies is able to show up. That time, not quite getting the kill, but still applying a lot of pressure. As we see the double cat here coming into the top lane.
Yeah, Jax is going to go ahead and get the turret, but he immediately loses life for it. Tendies will collect that on his Bone Tooth Necklace as well. I believe he's killed everybody now, so I believe he should have all 5 stacks, have that full AD available to him.
Except Varus. Varus standing strong there.
Oh yeah, Varus hasn't died.
No death.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 stacks on Bone Tooth.
Yeah, but just wait till he does get that kill, because there's also a pretty massive bounty sitting on Varus's head. If Rengar's able to pick up that kill, that's actually just going to be so much gold worth of stats going into his pocket. As we see, he now has the finished Ghost Blade. If Yuumi decides to stick around on him, he's just going to be so fast and have so much damage. Unfortunately, we can't check out how much AD he has, but, he has to be, what, 250 at least? Probably close to 300 with Yuumi on him?
Yeah.
He's a strong boy. He's a very
strong cat. And the double cat synergy we'll see continue through. Doesn't have that ultimate up just yet, so we're not going to see him immediately make a play. But that dang dude hovering his ball over the wall, looking for a little bit of help. They're going to pass over the red buff already to Legendary. 17-minute red buff for Varus.
When your Varus is 6-0-2 and is the on hit, it probably makes sense to have it on him.
Ocean Dragon up in 35, and the positioning for MG Eclipse just actually isn't very good right now. They're a little bit late to the party, and Tendies and that dang dude probably wondering where they are. Now that bottom lane going to be spotted on the mid wave, this might be the opportunity to collect that shutdown for the Rengar. Instead, they're going to find Set, jump on him immediately, and the Haymaker buys a lot of time. Tendies gets stunned up, gets hit by the Chain of Corruption. More autos, more stuns coming through. He's forced away, and the Ignite will actually finish him off as well as the red buff. That dang dude now forced to try to walk away. He'll get stunned off of that Braum passive. That dang... Ooh! Good perfect execution from Psycob. More autos coming through from him, and I believe Psycob can finish this off. The Yumi's super annoying, my god. He'll get the Blast Cone out to safety. Weewin Late Pog still trying to chase him down. Counter-strike up, and the Zoomies will get him out.
Yeah, that was actually so well played by Burgerman 2 and the Braum, as the set was caught out completely. Ults immediately, gets the massive shield to survive a little bit, and then has the Braum come in and save his life. Uses the phase rush to get out, and Tendies just keeps hopping in and getting CC'd by this Braum. Having a little bit of a rough go of it here in the mid game, as Varus still hasn't died yet. Unfortunately, Akali not quite strong enough to pick up multiple kills on the back end, but now coming close to completing items, has the Gunblade, is probably sitting on a little bit of gold here. Yep, has the Seekers now. And this is pretty good here for MG Eclipse. Their Varus is now going towards the Death's Dance. They have a
Oh,
5,000
Tendy's
gold
looking
lead.
for we when late Pog jumps in with the Stormbringer as well, just trying to turn this. He actually has quite a bit of damage. That was closer than I thought it would be. But Lane will pick up his first kill of the game.
Yeah, so much damage coming out of the Rengar. Jax wasn't quite able to counter-strike that first initial Q. But yeah, actually, it was kind of close, considering he was in the 1v2 against the most fed enemy.
Well, Baron spawning now, not really an objective for either side at this point. Just quick item check. You can see the 2 items finished on Varus headed toward the Death's Dance third, it looks like. And Prodigium just sitting on the lone Infinity Edge currently.
Yeah, it looks like he's building towards that Essence Reaver, but, just looking at it, so far behind Varus. Varus is going to be pumping out quite a bit more damage in these team fights for quite a while. So we'll see if he's able to funnel a little bit of farm onto himself and catch up. As we see, MG Eclipse clearing out the vision here around the Baron. They lost Prio on their mid wave. So looking to get that back as
Yeah.
Set is following them around for some reason. Leeching that XP.
Tendy's has found Psycob in the bottom lane, gonna jump onto him, gets the slow. Can Psycob successfully navigate out of this one? Has the first part of the ult, has the second part. Tendy's jumps to the minion wave, hits the bola, and that'll be lights out for him.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't have a real way of getting away there. And unfortunately for him, he ends up expending the flash, which you'd imagine you should just sort of accept your death. You're not worth any gold anyway. Rengar's not getting much off of you. Accept your death, hold on to the flash as, more of a backline threat against, this Orianna and the Sivir in the next fight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this Akali just has not really paid dividends so far and sort of is the weak link here on MG Eclipse this game.
Yeah, and this game just has really stalled out here in the midsection. It's a pretty big lead for MG Eclipse. I think that's pretty obvious, but they're not using it to any substantial means. This might be finally the turnaround, although Lane is taking a pretty good trade here, and Tendy's is available to jump in as well. We win late Pog has overextended and will fall in the top lane, and this continues to just drag out the game as another side laner gets picked off.
Yeah, MG Eclipse looks sort of lost. They have that lead, but now they just keep getting caught out randomly in side lanes, and Tendy's too doing a good job of taking advantage of that. But that's, Jax has died twice back to back in the top lane. Akali died bottom lane. And this is just a major stall. What was once a 5k gold lead, now, hovering around 2.5 or 1.5.
Burgerman jumps forward, hits the Yumi back in. They'll finally find the fight that they needed. 2 kills immediately. Now Tendy's jumps into the backline looking for Legendary, but he's not going to be able to find him as Oshkosh able to defend him. Double kill for Akali on the top side. We win late Pog is teleported in and is like, I'm here, guys. I'm going to jump onto Volibear. He jumps onto their turret, gets the stun down from Oshkosh, and then runs back away.
I just go do Baron, Jax. What was that? But we see once MG Eclipse finally looks for that team fight, gets the engage, they're the aggressors with that set. They play around their Varus, and they're able to pick up 4 kills there. Pretty massive, and that should be the Baron going over to them as well. Exactly the sort of plays that you should have been looking for, a few minutes ago. This time around, though, increasing that gold lead back up to hair over 6,000.
Yeah.
As we see, Varus has the finished Death's Dance, which makes it only harder for him to be killed.
Yeah, now I'm very curious, though, with the Baron available to MG Eclipse, with the Dragon coming up in 30 seconds, they need to play this correctly so that they don't lose the Dragon, so that they can still use their Baron buff. Because a lot of times you'll see teams in this situation, especially ones that have struggled with macro, just to, you get the Baron buff, and then you go get the Dragon, and then you all die at Dragon, and then you didn't get to use the Baron at all.
Yeah, and a lot of that just comes down to, having your lane set up right. You shove out both your lanes, you walk in as a team, get your vision, and then start it. As we see Set tempting fate a little bit by just walking forward, but they're looking for the engage.
Trying to wait out that spell shield. He finally does, gets the face breaker in on Prodigium. Tendy's jumps into the backline, but he can't finish off Legendary. We win late Pog will take him down, and Double kill now for Jax as they jump forward onto liposuction lane. He's going to be pretty tanky with this Yumi on him, but not going to be able to get out as Legendary finally chunks through. Double kill for him, and they didn't fall victim to the trap that we had just talked about. They're able to grab that Ocean Dragon. We win late Pog, still going to be a little aggressive, able to dodge out the Shockwave. That was a little dangerous by him.
Able to pick up the 4 kills there. I don't know why they needed 4 people to take the uncontested drag. You know, they probably could have already been shoving out their lanes, but either way, you know, they have the numbers advantage now. They're just showing up to this tower kind of late. You know, hopefully they don't overstay for inhib. Rengar's up.
Yeah, they're still hanging around here. They're going to chunk through this tower. Orianna doesn't have Shockwave available, so we don't have the delivery system on the cat. Prodigium's here as well, just going to start to layer in some of the ricochets. They grab the inhibitor, and they'll get out, it looks like.
No one had ultimates, so ROTM not looking confident enough to try and engage there. And after they've lost the last couple fights, no wonder why. As we see the double cat here in the top side, able to get their red buff. But so much gold here for MG Eclipse as they look for a recall. They got another 3 to 4,000.
Ultimate from Tendies. He's looking for something. They're going to find Oshkosh, so they'll get the pick eventually. Stoneplate's a good item, as it turns out. But
poorly timed recalls there. They sort of leave their Braum to die. You know, the Baron wasn't going to last too much longer anyway, so it doesn't stall out that much. But they are going to be able to spend here, as we see Legendary's just chilling in the shop. You know, perhaps waiting for final gold. Ends up going towards the Mortal Reminder. That man is just so strong. Maybe a GA would be a little bit safer, but, you know, wanting to go for the damage. They don't have much armor, do they?
no, not a whole lot.
And doesn't Varus do, like, a lot of magic damage, especially when he's on hit?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just get, like, stopwatch?
I don't know.
That's okay. He's the 10-0 Varus. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I think that stopwatch would be good. I know the Otso tech was the Zanya's Hourglass instead of the Guardian Angel, especially against Rengar.
On Varus, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
You know, against Rengar, against Volibear. In the last fight, he was sort of caught out, you know, tanked up Rengar and almost got rooted by Yumi. It was very close to going the other way, you know, just because of his positioning. Zanya sort of fixes that. That said, they're so far ahead that it would take, you know, sort of a monumentous fuck up. As we win late Pog is sort of tempting fate here by walking out alone.
Tendies is just waiting for the counter-strike to wear off, waiting in the wings. He'll get the jump out of the bush, and they'll eventually track him down, but now Ping's going down onto the bottom side of the map. Another shutdown for Tendies. He's almost full build, so he almost doesn't need that at this point, but now MG Eclipse going to go ahead and trade out. They'll grab this bottom lane tower. With the super minions pushing mid, there shouldn't be an option for return to the middle sticks. Oh, big shockwave? Okay.
They cleared the wave. Rengar doesn't have ult though, so they probably can't go too hard. But, you know, if you were to describe this game for when we win late Pog, it's been him just sitting as that top lane and getting
another
caught
chain
out.
of corruption lands onto that dang dude. No face breaker though. A good flash. Legendary walked too far forward. He gets killed by Prodigium, and Burgerman now just suplexes in, but Tendies takes him down. That's a huge turn for return to the middle sticks. And Tendies is just zooming around. They're going to find Oshkosh. They're going to find Psycob potentially as well. Psycob gets out to safety with that perfect execution, but Oshkosh gets kind of left to the wolf. Well, not the wolves, the cats, I guess, and the bear.
Oshkosh, oh my gosh. MG Eclipse just stays around a little bit too late there. The Varus ends up getting caught. That's 1,000 gold directly into the pockets of Prodigium, who, you know, is going to be pretty strong now.
He just...
Full lot of PD. As you do, as you do.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty big now. There he goes. He just goes from double dagger to finished PD. Why not?
Yeah, he was 2 full items behind Varus, now only 1 full item behind Varus.
If he kills Varus again, he'll be even? Like, oh my god.
That's a pretty significant throw. That's a lot of money that went over into the pockets of ROTM. Remember when this game was a 12,000 gold deficit? Now sitting at just under 5,000. It's actually really significant. I'm not sure if it's enough to swing the game the other way. as MG Eclipse does still have pretty good scaling. The Jax is getting close to the Death Stance. Set has it completed in the jungle, which makes him even tankier. Akali not really completing too much, not doing too much damage, but there is a lot of scaling here still for MG Eclipse, and still so much of the money. Well, it was on 10Ds for RTM, but the other carries are now getting the money as
Yeah.
well.
This is going to be a
MG
third
Eclipse.
Ocean Dragon. They're going to grab that. Baron is spawned, though, and Return of the Middlesticks is headed toward it. They're going to immediately start this up. All right, game's going to be decided here on this Baron. Teleport coming in from We Win Late Pog. Actually, it's Psycob on the top side. We Win Late Pog collapsing from the bottom side. Tendy's ults. He's looking for that target. They're going to turn with that last chapter. Prodigium just layering in the damage with the ricochets. They're going to try to take down the Jax. They don't do it. Prodigium falls. But on the top side, there's murder happening, apparently. I don't know. The Baron goes to Yumi! What is... I have no more words. That dang dude able to finish off the triple kill. I don't know what happened in that fight. We're going to watch... Actually, there's no way to watch it again. We're on a YouTube video. Oh, no.
Watching the HP, Varys went from 100 to 0 in under a second. The kill went through to that dang dude in 10Ds. I don't know if he mispositioned, if Rom left him alone, but wow. What a massive throw. They're up 12,000 gold, and now are they going to be able to end the game here? Do they have enough time? 10 seconds on the Varys. I think that they probably have enough time. Oh,
Tendy's
no.
got me a 3-man shockwave. Well, that would explain it. The other thing that baffled me out of that is you have Burger Man in the Baron pit, and who comes out with the Baron? It's Maximus on Yumi.
Everyone knows Yumi has the greatest Baron secure.
um,
Wow,
that went 0 to 100 pretty quick though.
wow. Just Psycom though, you saw him TP in, he has the flank, he E's and finds Tendies in his ultimate, goes in and instantly Zanya's, and just loses all pressure and does fucking nothing in that fight.
All right,
Oh,
I'm watching. We're watching back. We're at 30-10. The Baron started. I don't think we can see the Ori Rengar, but we can probably see the effect of the health bars. So we see Rengar come in. Ori's got the ball on her currently. There's the into the back part of the fight. We see the ball. Yeah, we're not gonna get to see it. You just see the the health bars all just die on the top side of this fight. Burgerman uses the W to try to take Baron, and Yumi actually steals it with the fucking Q. The prowling projectile is enough, and then they clean it up. All right, well.
wow.
Wow.
Well, that game looked a lot better for MG Eclipse. They had the pressure in the bottom lane, his two legendary was able to apply so much pressure with that Varus. Unfortunately for them, they stalled out there for about 10 minutes, and then they overstayed a few times and into just a little bit too much. And at the end of the day, our team's able to weather the storm, get their items, and come back at Baron, and they're making the picks and getting the plays. Even from behind, they're able to secure that win.
Yeah, they found 2 fights that they needed. Particularly Prodigium flashing forward to kill Varus in that fight by the bottom inhib turret was pretty gigantic in terms of swinging this game. So, yeah, it's not the cleanest 2-0, but it's a 2-0, and we take those.
See what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah. Next week for Diamond is going to be XD. I I think that's just their team name, right? It's just
Yeah, I think that's
XD.
he's actually kind of. Aren't they pretty high in the standings? Either that or they're really low.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're second place right now.
yeah, Reaper Doc, Fiction, Let's Have Fun, and Curb Stomp. That's actually going to be a barn burner. That'll be
Well,
a
I know
pretty good game.
Kirby and Let's Have Fun, but that's it. But yeah,
Yeah, so
should be
big
a
week
really interesting game.
actually. So RTM's at 4-2. Okay, so they secured a playoff spot with that win. So that's the good.
Nice.
The bad potentially is that this spot or this game against XD will be for playoff positioning. So if they win, they'll pass them. or maybe force a three-way tie with GSM. It looks like the diamond standings are just kind of a mess. So
Did GSM win this week? Do we know?
um, I can find out. GSM. Yeah, they did.
Did XD win this week?
Oh, GSM has 2 buys to end the season.
Wow, that's a meme.
Yeah. And then XD, yeah, they played. Yeah, they had a free win as well.
Gotcha. So if RTM beats XD, is there a way that they can catapult into second, or are they stuck at third
So
as best?
so that win would put everybody at 4-3. No, no,
5-2.
XD would be, yeah. Okay, it'll put everybody at 5-2.
Mhm.
Three-way tie would go to game score.
It goes to if anyone has head-to-head over both of the other ones. So did GSM beat XD?
No, GSM beat RTM. RTM would beat XD in this situation.
Well, I just wasn't sure if GSM when they played XD
No,
earlier, if they.
nope, they lost.
Okay. Then yeah, probably match score.
So yeah, we're looking at match score. How exciting!
Indeed. Pretty exciting.
um,
Yeah, that's really cool that their last game is still, um, could impact standings there, sort of decide who they're playing against in the playoffs. Yeah,
yeah. So
should be a
we'll
barn burner.
a barn burner. Uh,
Yeah, does that show I'm from the Midwest?
so we'll see you guys next week. Thanks everybody for watching. If you don't follow the channel already, please do, as it helps us out. And yeah, that should be it. Any words about your big matchup against Divine Ascension Black?
I was just looking. I didn't realize that they haven't won a single game all season.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, I know that a couple of people want to do role swaps and shit. Um, I don't know. I definitely cannot uh, confirm or deny anything. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, confidence from Aikido. So we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.